The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Live from the campus of University School of Jackson in Jackson, Tennessee. It's Bruin basketball, and tonight, Ballpark Blitz Sports Network, powered by Worthy Road Studios, brings you all of the action of the Lady Bruins and Bruins as they take on Trinity Christian Academy in an all-important crosstown rivalry doubleheader. I'm Steve Beverly to bring you the play-by-play tonight, along with my good friend and that hip kid himself, Alexander Bitterling. Alexander, it's great to have you with us tonight.
Well, Steve, it's good to be here. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I had to run a marathon from the car in the parking lot over here to the stadium.
For some people who are old enough to remember, that's almost like those commercials that you had when somebody was going through the airport to reach Hertz Rent-A-Car. And so it should be a most interesting doubleheader tonight. Of course, the Lady Bruins with their all-court press that gives so many fits to so many people. And you've got this Trinity Christian team that has 5 seniors on it, and they are going to be double tough. They come in here 13-3 and 3-0 in their district. And, of course, for the Lady Bruins, you have to talk about Halen Ayers, who, as an 8th grader, just does so much for just running after every loose ball, having just tremendous shooting ability. And when we were with them on Tuesday night, 17 points in the game. And you had Ava Barham, and she's one of these that if she gets down low, gets underneath, she has that quick release and can get particularly when you look at her underneath and she gets a step on her defender, and she could put up 10, 12, 15 points in the game all the way across the board. Talented young lady that she is. And over for Trinity, you're looking for some of these seniors such as Amelia Gehring, and her dad was an outstanding basketball player in college and high school. And then some of the other seniors on this team, Camden Maxfield, Carden Vales. You'll hear us mentioning her name quite a bit tonight. Olivia Lee, and Olivia, as you well know, Alexander, has a college career already planned ahead of her at Union University. And then Becca Latimer. So this Trinity team has tremendous experience, but there is a lot of depth on this USJ team, and so it should be an interesting confrontation between the two, particularly when we were with them at Sacred Heart of Jesus this past Tuesday night. The boys team, it was one of those where USJ's boys had the edge in the first half, and it looked like it was going to be one that went down to the wire, but they really began to – it was one of those like watching the air go out of the tire, having to challenge against the all-court pressure that the Sacred Heart boys team put on. So it is going to be important in the second half of the doubleheader for the USJ team to get back into their winning characteristics. We are going to take about probably a 7-minute break to let you see the sponsors who make Bruin basketball possible. We appreciate each and every one of them, because without them, we couldn't do this. And I hope you will go by. I say it every game, but I hope you will go by and tell all of our fine sponsors how much you appreciate and enjoy brewing basketball coming your way right here on the Ballpark Blitz Sports Network. So let's take a break and let our sponsors reintroduce themselves to you, and then we'll come back for the tip-off and the start of tonight's game. So stay with us, everybody.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
And back we are live at University School of Jackson as the Lady Bruins getting ready to take on the Lady Lions of Trinity Christian Academy. And of course, this gym is filling up tonight, Alexander, because of the fact that these are crosstown rivals. They're probably, as the crow flies, maybe 4 miles apart from each other, but it is one that always brings out the best in each team and their supporters.
Absolutely, Steve. We saw a little bit of a VIP just moments ago. Coach Mark Campbell from right across town at Union University. And a lot of our viewers recognize that name and recognize that huge feat that he accomplished this week.
That is right. He became the fastest coach in the history of college basketball at any level to achieve 700 victories. And that was in 811 games, and there are a couple of people who were like Adolph Rupp was one. the legend of the University of Kentucky is one that did it in 836 games. And I mean, you're talking about it's not going to get much national play out of it, but I can tell you, for those of us who have followed Mark since he started as the head coach of the Lady Bulldogs in 1999, that actually was before Alexander Bitterling was on the face of the earth. When he started, there was just something about his ability that we knew he was going to be something special. And he's here tonight looking at one of his new recruits that he signed, Olivia Lee. And this is all part of the whole recruiting venture. Is once you get them signed, you don't want to let them think that you don't care about them, because you want to let them know that you actually have been there to watch them play in competitive action like this.
Absolutely. You want to continue to support them, continue to build that relationship, because the tighter they are before they got to the university, the better they're going to be able to understand each other and have that coaching-player relationship.
Well, the teams are finally coming off the floor now, and we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups after the national anthem, reminding you that the boys will be taking to the floor probably approximately 7 o'clock tonight. And that will be an also interesting matchup in which you've got some size on both teams, and they look on paper to be rather evenly matched. We'll see exactly what happens. Of course, X factor is the tremendous coaching of Dexter Williams for Trinity, matching up against the chess pieces of Jeff Jones. But right now, here is our invocation and our national anthem.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
And a big roar goes up here at USJ Gym, and I think you're going to be hearing a lot of vocal responses from this crowd tonight because they are continuing to fill up this place and they're still trickling in. And it's about time for the starting lineups, and they will be introducing Trinity first. Amelia Gehring, the 5'9 senior. Camden Maxfield, she's a senior as well. Carden Vales, another of the seniors, she's 5'6". And those are your starters. And we're going to have the lights out situation, Alexander, for the Bruins.
This is a big game for both teams. The Bruins doing everything they can to get that home court advantage, and it starts right here with the starting lineups.
Mia Powell and Ava Barham.
And of course, Hayden Ayers, the 8th grader that's been tearing it up all season long for the Bruins.
And the senior forward, Carly Hayes. And the girl who chases everything that is on the floor, and she will fly right by you in an attempt to get it, Stella Spencer. And there we go. You probably couldn't see them here on the Ballpark Blitz Sports Network as they introduced them, but that gets the crowd into it. So here to call the play-by-play of tonight's women's game between USJ and TCA is my good buddy, Alexander Bitterling.
Steve, it's going to be a good one. Ava Barham, of course, going up there for the jump, and for the Trinity Lions, it's going to be Olivia Lee, and those two players are going to match up really well in the post tonight.
You know, they're going to pack them in here like sardines in a can because they are still drifting in.
They are. The parking lot's full and some. I think they're parking on the road at this point. The Lions will win the tip-off. So here comes the first possession.
We've talked about this a lot. Dictating tempo is so important in the early stretches of this game for both teams.
Lee tries to cut in, but tipped away by Ayers, and she saves that one out of bounds. So a ill-advised pass by the Lions turns the ball over for the Bruins. Ayers missing the shot there, and it's going to be tipped out by Ava Barham.
Well, you expect that in the early going, and here we are just 30 seconds into this one, there's going to be a lot of examining what the other team is doing. You're not seeing a full 5-girl press. They brought 3 up front.
Breaking to the basket. That one's going to be a little too strong off the glass. Good drive, though, for the Lions. She saw an opening and just wasn't able to finish.
Well, Ava Barham is going to be crashing that glass tonight. You got to know it.
Mia Powell's got the ball up near the logo. And of course, the Bruins doing that ball movement that we see every game. Inside to Barham for the easy layup, and that's the first 2 points of the ball game.
Well, Ava is one of these. We talked about that in the pregame. If she gets behind her defender, it's an easy layup most of the time for her.
Stella Spencer will commit the foul there. She was trying to get the charge call, just wasn't able to plant her feet in time. Camden Maxfield will inbound the ball for the Lions. Just a few more fans in here, Steve, and I think we'll have people standing.
That's all right. I like to see that in high school basketball or any kind of basketball.
And it's always good for schools to have these crosstown rivalries like this. And like you said, they're just a few miles apart.
Well, you pack them in like this, and just took her eye off the ball.
She saw the pass, and right as they passed it, she looked away. Just wasn't able to get that one.
And it's just a split second. Boy, the very vocal Ashley Ayers is yelling offensive forms right now. You figure this is potentially a defensive game.
I don't expect this one to be very high scoring. As you see, great defense on both sides, but Barham able to penetrate and put one up.
Well, Ava, that's 4. She's got them all for the Bruins right now, and that's something that we'll see what kind of defensive adjustments that TCA is going to be making against Ava getting so open.
Olivia Lee with the ball now. We expect to see a lot out of her. She takes a 3 and a little bit short. Here comes Mia Powell. Out to Ayers for 3. Just off the mark. It looks good to me. And here come the Lions, pushing it inside. Big block. It's going to be called for a foul, but she saved the shot from going in. It's Carly Hayes.
Now that's the second team foul on the Lady Bruins here in the first 2.5 minutes.
Here comes the first of the 2, and off the mark.
Well, Amelia Gehring is a solid free throw shooter, and make no mistake about this. And sometimes early in the game, it's just getting your rhythm.
Absolutely, and we talked about the home court advantage for the Bruins as that one barely bounces out. This one has a lot of nerves in this basketball game. Lots of fans here. It's loud in the building.
I got a feeling there are probably some people who are up at 7 o'clock this morning thinking about the game.
I heard students from both of these schools on Wednesday night at church talking about how big of a game this one was going to be.
This is straight man-to-man defense that you're seeing.
Here's the shot at a 3. Going to be off the back of the rim. So the Lions still looking for their first points of the ball game, and here comes Olivia Lee. Step back, deep 2. Yes.
Yeah, they give her the 2 on that, but that was one. You had to get one finally off the ground. They're 1 out of 3 from the floor.
Big block by Lee on the other end. And you can see right there from about 30 seconds of play why Lee's going to Union.
I mean, you just, that quickness, the aggressiveness, and just had no fear of committing the foul by reaching in for that block shot. And blocking shots a lot of times is timing.
Deep 3, just barely off the mark, and Lee with the rebound. Lee versus Ayers, that's a matchup to watch. Thought about the three. And look at this, the Bruins double teaming, a drive to the basket, a little short.
Just didn't have that curl up high enough to get it off the glass and get it in. Got to extend the arm just a bit more.
Mia Powell backs up to the logo. The Bruins waiting for something to develop. See Driver and Ayers cutting through, but Powell looks like she's in trouble.
5-second violation. You got to get it over where that first white stripe is beyond midcourt. Within 5 seconds, you got to get rid of the ball, and she didn't. First turnover of the game now on the Lady Bruins. And you can see a lot of switching off on defense by the Lady Bruins.
Of course, the Bruins, a very defensive-minded team. Some heavy scorers for the Lions. That one takes a couple of bad bounces.
So far, only 1 out of 5 from the floor for Trinity. 2 out of 7 for the Lady Bruins.
The Lions giving the Bruins a little bit of fits here on defense.
Now, they're an aggressive defensive team. Make no mistake about it.
Losing control of it, but Ava Barham able to run over there and get that ball back.
Now, if we had a shot clock in high school basketball, that possession would have already expired.
I don't think anybody wants a driver right to the basket, but must have been tipped. Here comes Olivia Lee the other way. A three, just off the mark. So Bruins trying to push it quickly. Ayers working against Barham. Puts that one up. And one, a tough play from Ayers.
And mouth wide open after that one because she knew she had nailed that one.
That's got to feel good as an 8th grader to hit that shot over a girl that's committed to a school right here in town. As the shot goes over Lee's head.
Well, don't you know that this young lady, when she gets to be even a sophomore, that she's going to be unstoppable.
Just off the mark there, and Coach Campbell from Union could be here to recruit her already.
I would not be at all surprised whatsoever.
So the Bruins now with the 4-point lead. The Lions struggling a little bit on the offensive side of things.
They're keeping it around the perimeter, now going in for a quick drive. Camden Maxfield, the one thing about it, we've talked about this so many times, Alexander. That actually is Amelia Gehring. We've talked about so many times about feeling when the defenders are right on top of you and putting it up so you have an opportunity to nail that at least chance at free throws if you can't get the basket.
At least to take a chance, and she's struggling so far. She's shot 3 from the line. She's looking for 1 of 4 here. Yes, she made the proper adjustments on that one.
Got to put them up just a little bit softer, but very low-scoring game. A little surprising that it's this low-scoring.
There's going to be a foul there. It's going to be called on Tori Robinson. So Tori Robinson's first foul of the ball game. We're going to see Ellen Driver inbound the ball here for the Bruins. Sophie King's first few minutes of the ball game here. She's going to drive right to the basket.
You're going to have to scratch and claw for every basket you get in this game. They got that screen.
Wide open look, but no good. The Lions slow it a little bit. Driving in on 3, and she'll draw the foul. Cardin Vales will go to the line now.
And I could not catch the official signal on who that was called on.
It's going to be on Ava Barham. As the first one falls through. So the Lions 2 for 5 from the line right now, and they're within 2 of the Bruins.
This is really what you call scratch and claw basketball, and some of this in the first quarter is probably nerves because I don't think either team has found their rhythm as of yet.
Absolutely, and still a lot of basketball left, and as you said, it's a heavy and loud environment, so these two teams still trying to get comfortable. get adjusted. Sophie King able to save that one. Lily Teague in for the Bruins. She's got the ball. Out for Sophie King for three. Just off the run. Olivia Lee works it. Passes it out. Good defense here from King. But Lee got the ball, was driving up the baseline, and before she could put up a shot, she's going to be fouled by Haylin Ayers.
Well, this is the aggressiveness that we talked about, going into the basket and taking it inside. You have to do that against a team that is quick like this USJ team, and that's exactly what happened with Olivia Lee. And, boy, they have had about 4 tonight that have just – it's like the cylinder has eyes and it's not going to hold it.
Really, really unkind bounce on that one. It's one of those where it's almost in your face. It looks like it's going to go in and then suddenly out. But Olivia Lee makes that one. She's got 3 now, and it's a tied ball game.
And now they're going to half-court trap defense. Bruins did a good job of breaking it. There you go. You cannot let her get a step behind the defenders because she will kill you every single time.
Bruins back up by 2. It looks like it's going to be a timeout for the Lions, so we'll take one as well with less than a minute to play in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Right now, the Bruins lead it by 2, but Steve, this has been a close one and a little bit of a calm first quarter.
Yeah, Lady Bruins 4 out of 12 for 33% from the floor. Trinity 1 out of 6 for 17%, but they have actively crashed into the glass and also have been doing an excellent job of trying to draw fouls down underneath.
Olivia Lee working off the dribble move. Up, and what a tough shot.
I cannot begin to tell you how difficult that is from that angle underneath, and you got a turnover right on the throw-in.
So a little bit of momentum here for the Lions. They've tied it up, and now they've got a chance right under the basket. But they've got to work quickly. About 34 seconds left here in the first.
We'll see if they play it for the last shot.
Ava Barham very aggressive here on defense. Tipped away.
And that was an unfortunate one for Stella Spencer because she was very, very close to nailing that steal, but when they both went to the floor, Ellen crashed against her opponent and drew the foul, and that is her second.
But that's exactly what Stella Spencer does. She'll take a quick break after that one, but she tips it away, and she's going to fight for every loose ball.
They're going to have to go hurry because 12 seconds to go in the quarter.
Olivia Lee with the ball. And the Lions trying to develop something, but they don't look like they're in a rush. They should be. Here they come. It's going to go the other way, but got to chuck it up, and the quarter's over.
Yeah, that doesn't count as a shot. That went up after the buzzer, but that's an uncharacteristic type of turnover for Trinity, and as you say, this has been an interesting first quarter, been like watching a chess match.
And this one's been even kill, but it's not exactly been a super exciting one if you're just looking for offense. 8-8 the score at the end of the first quarter. Lots of basketball left and 2 great teams here on Worthy Road Studios. Ball game Blitz. We'll take a quick break and be back with that second quarter of action.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Eight to 8 your score here on Ball Game Blitz, and Steve, I mentioned right before the jump that Ava Barham and Olivia Lee were going to be a matchup to watch. Barham with 6 and Olivia Lee with 5 after the first quarter.
Yeah, there have been a couple of instances where they got a screen underneath for Barham, and as I say, if she's underneath, she's going to be like cashing in chips. She is just absolutely, there's no way you're going to stop her if she gets a step.
And Haylin Ayers trying to work off the dribble. Almost stolen away.
Well, look how rangy she is.
Here comes Ava Barham. She got the step, and 8 points for her.
Well, that's again, Barham just is so quick, and if she gets that step, and particularly, there's just no way she's going to get a foul or she's going to get the layup.
The Lions trying to make something happen, but you can see this Bruins defense, they don't let up easily. 8-10 your score right now. Both of these teams looking for a better quarter offensively. Here's BK Lovelace at the top. Here's a look at a 3, but they won't take it. And look at this USJ defense just continuing to switch off, continuing to shift. Desperation shot won't go. Here comes Haylin Ayers, full stride, and look at how few steps it takes her to get across the court as she draws the foul.
Well, she's another one of these that she senses when the defender's about to crash in on her. That foul is on Camden Maxfield.
That one's good for Haylin Ayers. She had 1 from the charity stripe in the first quarter. She did make it, so 1 for 2.
Free throw shooting is going to be very critical in this game, particularly when we get down the stretch. In the first quarter, Trinity was 4 out of 8. And with that one from Haylin Ayers, 2 out of 3 for the Lady Bruins.
So the Bruins back to that 4-point lead. It's the largest they've seen of the night, but they've been there a couple times. The Lions know how to come back. 3 just off the mark. Here's Lee. Great defense from Ayers.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the ground. It's a wrestle for it. And here come the Lions with it.
Yeah, she dribbled right on the line. She was too far under.
She was dribbling around. She got matched up with great defense and just couldn't get the pass off before she stepped out of bounds.
Exactly.
So that's that great defense from the Bruins there putting it to work.
And that is turnover number 4 for the Lady Lions, and let's see if the Bruins can capitalize off that. They've made 1 point off of the turnovers tonight.
Here's a wide open look for 3. Too strong for Carly Hayes. The Lions have been struggling a little bit offensively. This great defense from the Bruins has just stopped them from developing much. Here's a 3. Looks good, but just off the mark, and Ava Barham's going to go ahead and rush it down the court. Ayers, a good step, and yes.
That was sheer speed on the part of Haylin Ayers, and she started the minute she got possession of the ball.
So a 6-point lead now for the Bruins, and Ayers has 6 of her own.
Traveling. Well, I got to say, some people call it traveling. Some people say walking. It's like our old friend Ernest Tubb used to sing, I'm walking the floor over you.
About an hour away from walking in Memphis, you could say. 14-8. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way, peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
We're back. The Bruins have the largest lead of the ball game right now. They lead it by 6.
Their defense has forced 5 turnovers, and that's been crucial for them to build this 6-point lead.
Well, you can see the Bruins, of course, pushing that ball all around the arc. Driver a jump up. No good. So Olivia Lee, of course, doing the majority of the ball handling for the Lions. Foul call. We're going to see what the call is. Well, maybe. Couldn't get a good look at it from this angle. So it's not going to be a shooting foul. It's going to be called on the floor. And it's going to be, looks like the Lions ball. Okay, excuse me. It is going to be a shooting foul.
It is going to be a shooting foul. They're going to send Amelia Gehring to the line.
They looked like they were going over there to the baseline, and then suddenly everybody moved and got on the free throw line. The woes continue for the Lions from the charity stripe.
Traveling. So every time it appears that they are having an opportunity to try to cut into this lead, they make a mistake. That is the 6th turnover for the Lady Lions. Boy, look at the ball handling on the part of Mia Powell.
She tried to give that one over to Ava Barham, and it was a kick ball, but she really had the lane and the shot to just take it herself.
Sometimes players just get too anxious to be unselfish, and it's better if they take the shot themselves.
Big three from Halen Ayers.
Well, Halen is taking control of this game. She has 9 of the 17 points.
She's outscored the Lions all by herself in a big lead right now for the Bruins. It's a 9-point ball game. So the Lions struggling on the offensive side of things. They've got to put the ball in the hands of Olivia Lee and tell her to go get a bucket. They've got to stop this run we've seen from the Bruins.
And that's going to be a reach-in foul that will be charged to Mia Powell.
And the Bruins start the second quarter here with a 9-0 run.
And it's very, very hard to make a comeback from that. They've got to be able to hit these shots from the free throw line, and they just are not able to.
Really been struggling from the charity stripe. Too aggressive on the pass, and Barham wasn't quite there. So a turnover for the USJ Bruins.
That's only their 3rd of the game so far.
Bruins have been doing a good job of holding on to the ball.
They're going to have to hurry to get that one across in 10 seconds.
And that will end the run from the Bruins as that one falls in for Cardin Vales. Sophie King to Driver, and Driver had to go get that one.
Boy, her footing was really sharp there because she was on the edge of an over and back end, changing the pivot foot, and they are going to call traveling on Sophie King.
So back-to-back turnovers for the Bruins. The Lions trying to take advantage. They're down 7 right now. Cardin Vales will take the ball across half court.
Oh, my goodness. Ayers went spilling to the floor, and the 3 fires through for Cardin Vales.
So 5 points now in this quarter for Cardin Vales. She's got 7.
And double dribbling. It's almost like an implosion is happening in these last 3 possessions.
All the momentum right now is headed the Lions' way. Sophie King with the double dribble and 3 turnovers in a row for the Bruins.
They could cut it down to 1 on this possession.
Camden a 3, just to the left. Rebounded by Mia Powell. Here she comes. Excuse me, that was Lily Teague. Halen Ayers will take a big 3. Driver's going to commit the foul there, trying to tip that one away. So second foul for Ellen Driver. 9 team fouls now for the Bruins.
So you're putting him on the line for the bonus, and that's the best way to try to make a comeback is when the clock is stopped and you've got those opportunities for a bonus.
And the Sanders trying to claw the Lions back into this one. Oh, my goodness. That one gave us a run for our money.
That was one you would definitely say iron unkind.
The iron was almost taunting her on that one. Haywin Ayers. Great defense right now from the Lions. They've really changed the way that they've been playing defensively. Stopped a big run from the Bruins. Ava Barham met by the double team.
Yeah, they expected it that time.
Big three from Lily T.
Lily gets into the scoring column, and that begins to extend it back out to a 3-possession lead.
Double team on Olivia Lee right now, and a travel is called.
7th turnover now for the Lady Lions, and what looked like it was going to be down to potentially a 2-point lead. Now they have a chance to really extend this one to, if they got a 4-possession game. And the crowd is still coming in.
They are still flocking in here, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. You've got to wonder how many of these people carpooled because there can't be many spots left out there. Ball's going to be inbounded by the Bruins. Not sure what the discussion is on the floor right now. Haywin Ayers into Ava Barham. And great job swinging the ball, and Haywin Ayers
yes.
a big three.
Halen with her 2nd 3 of the game, and she's got 12 now.
10 points in this second quarter. A big lead right now, 10 points off the iron.
And let's see, they're going to charge that one to BK Lovelace.
I believe they called that one a Carden Ayers.
Oh, Carden? Okay.
Carden Vales, excuse me. So Carden Vales with the foul, and right now the Bruins another opportunity to add on.
And the other thing is you're getting close to the 1-minute mark, and that creates huge momentum.
That foul's going to be on Amelia. She's trying to argue it a little bit, but they will charge her with the foul. It never really works out to try to discuss it with the referee.
Now, you're not going to win any debates like that. All you're doing is wasting your breath. And they're going to check out Amelia Gehring. And so now in the bonus.
Off the mark for Ellen Driver. About a minute left here in the second quarter. The Bruins on a big run in this quarter. Olivia Lee passes it off. She's been met heavily defensively. It's almost like the Bruins are focusing on Olivia Lee and letting the rest of the Lions take shots.
That is absolutely a smart strategy to try to do.
But you can see these Bruins are so good at switching, double teaming when a player has the ball. Olivia Lee able to get up the shot and draw a foul on Haywin Ayers, and you can hear the boos from the Bruins.
Well, you really have to figure that in a game like this, and particularly the way the Lady Bruins are playing defense, that for Trinity to have any shot at all to make a rally or, make this an interesting game, they are going to have to do this. Lee is going to have to carry this team on her back.
2 for 3 for Lee from the charity stripe. She's got 6 points now. So it's cut to a 9-point deficit. And she's money on the second one. So 3 for 4 from the line. You'll take it from Lee. But the Bruins still lead by 8.
Now it's going to be interesting to see if Coach Ayers plays this one for a final shot. They really are so aggressive. I don't think they really worry about that. If they get an open look, they're going to go for it. That was tipped out by Anna Sanders.
So Ellen Driver will inbound the ball with less than 27 seconds to play. Mia Powell, a great break to the basket, but she falls.
Yeah. When she slid, she just could not get rid of the ball in time, and so that is the 6th turnover for the Lady Bruins. So they are giving Trinity an opportunity to ease this lead down a bit as we wind up this first half.
Big three, yes. Desperation, oh my goodness. Are they going to count it?
The question is, does it count? They have not put it up on the scoreboard yet.
It may have been a second late. It doesn't look like they're going to add it.
The fans think it is, but they have not put it up on the scoreboard. It's still showing 23-18.
So the Lions able to cut that 10-point deficit they had for a minute down to 5. But the Bruins did a phenomenal job there in the second quarter.
Well, the key thing is they got down 10. They were down 4 possessions in this game, and they stayed patient with it and capitalized on turnovers. They picked up 8 points off of Lady Bruin turnovers right now, and that's the key thing. You cannot start making mistakes once you get a lead. You've got to maintain your composure, and it appears that is going to be a no basket there at the end. So if you keep your stats at home, don't count it as a shot, because even though it didn't go in, even though it went in, don't count it as a shot. It's just nothing was there. So we got us a 23-18 game, and it is quite a defensive dandy as we get ready to take it to our halftime break. And once again, I'll give you the scoring rundown right now before we take the break. For Trinity, the leader is Olivia Lee, as you might expect, with 7. Actually, she's tied with Carden Vales, who's also picked up 7 in the game. 3 for BK Lovelace and 1 for Amelia Gehring. Now, for the Lady Bruins, it's in the hands, really, of 2 young ladies. Halen Ayers, who last week we had one in which she picked up 17 points. Tonight she's got 12, including 2 3-pointers. And Ava Barham has 8. She has been dynamite down low underneath to get those easy layups. Lily Teague has added a 3-pointer. So that's your scoring with this 23-18 lead by the Lady Bruins, but there's a lot of work to be done. And so right now, somebody who's going to do some work, our fine sponsors, as we go to them, and then we'll be back, say, about 2 minutes before we start the second half, and I'll give you all the totals. Stay with us, everybody.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
It's halftime here at USJ. Steve, this place is packed, and people keep coming in every time I look at the doors.
This is going, you talked about this may be standing room only. It is getting close to that right now, and the boys' game is still about 45 minutes away. Let me give you some of the stats here at halftime. In shooting from the floor, USJ 9 out of 20 for 45%. And Trinity is 5 out of 14 for 36%. They haven't been able to hit from the floor with the proficiency that USJ has. Free throws, USJ 2 out of 4 for 50%. What is hurting Trinity is not being able to get over 50% from the line. 6 out of 13 for 46%. And in rebounding, each team with 9. USJ led by Halen Ayers with 4 and Ava Barham with 3. Olivia Lee has 3 for Trinity. And then as you look down the rest of it, 2 key categories, turnovers. USJ has given the ball up 6 times, but 3 of them were very, very late in the first half that allowed Trinity to get back in this one, only 5 down. And 7 turnovers for the Lady Lions. The Lady Lions have picked up 8 points off of USJ turnovers, and the Bruins have picked up 7 off of the Lady Lions turnovers. So that's almost a wash. But a lot of those 8 came from late. They got 5 points off turnovers in the final minute and a half of that first half.
There was a big run by the Bruins in the second quarter if you missed it, and Trinity was able to answer back. They were down at 10 at one point. They cut it down to 5, so 2 possessions. And we're just about to start the second half of action, but look out for this dynamic duo of Halen Ayers and Ava Barham. They've been tearing it up for the Bruins.
20 of the 23 points for Halen and Ava tonight.
The Lions trying to get a big 3 to start the quarter, and they will. Carden Vales had a hot second quarter with 5 points, and she starts out the third with 3 more. So a 2-point ball game.
And that's what you want to do coming off the halftime break, is to get one, to get the momentum and get this to be a very close one. And that is going to be, and you can hear the Trinity fans don't like that one.
So Camden Maxfield's going to be called for the foul.
That was just a small reaching in foul, what my old pal Jonathan Husky used to call one of those ticky-tack fouls.
Pass into Ava Barham. What a great pass.
Between the defenders, and it was almost one motion the way that she let go of the ball.
Threading the needle, and just like that, the Bruins get the first points of the third quarter.
Ava's in double figures now with 10.
Trying to drive in on Ava Barham. Doesn't work out very well, but they're going to call a foul on her.
Well, that's a blocking foul, and so she didn't have defensive position. I know that's one of those things that fans who don't understand how those are called really get upset with that, but she was moving with the player, and so that foul goes to the defensive player.
Fans still piling in, and they're almost on the court at this point. And here's a 2. Up and in for Carden Vales.
Carden has the hot hand now. She is their leader with 12.
So the game plan's got to be right now, give Carden Vales the ball. She's shooting great.
And you can see Coach Ayers frantically giving signals as to what to do here on offense, and he's getting a little frustrated at what he sees. Double dribble. And I'll be candid with you, I didn't see it. But I guess they said that she stopped briefly enough and then picked up her dribble again, so that's what they charged her with. 7th turnover for the Lady Bruins.
Here come the Lions, a chance to tie it. Too strong. Ava Barham does not come up with it.
And she draws the foul.
Looks like this foul is going to be on Amelia Goring. So the Lions will back off on it a little bit, and the Bruins will be able to inbound it with ease. Now, this is not one of those situations, Steve, where you breathe with the lead. This is where you got to add on.
You are not going to breathe with the lead here at all, particularly when that lead was sliced from 10 down to 2.
Ava Barham, a drive to the basket, and yes.
She got the friendly Bank of Jackson shot on that one.
Something about this rim over here on the right side is giving fits to both teams. So it's a 4-point lead for the Bruins.
This is one of those games you just have a feeling the way it is evolving that this could come down to the last possession.
We've seen big runs from both teams, but 4-point lead is not safe at all. The Lions taking their time with this possession. They're being patient, moving the ball well. There's a drive to the basket. Great defense from Stella Spencer, but Olivia Lee's there for the putback.
That was just a little bit too far underneath, but Olivia, just great concentration. She now has 9.
9 points now for Olivia Lee. Her and Carden Vales holding the Lions in this ball game right now. Stella Spencer over to the corner for Mia Powell, but she won't take the shot. Haylin Ayers through the contact, won't get the call, but the shot will fall.
14 for Haylin, and that was just all Haylin Ayers. She just willed that ball inside, and that one was uncharacteristic going into traffic and coughing it up.
Cardin Bales was trying to draw the contact, did not get the call, and that's a foul on Olivia Lee for sure, pushing Ava Barham out of the way. And that's where the little bit of the emotions and the nerves start to get to you.
Well, let's see how Coach Ayers plays it.
Stella Spencer calling for the ball wide open. Up and in, another one for Haylin Ayers.
Haylin, the game leader with 16, and she just did that calmly right over the defenders. Again, if you're not familiar with her, that young lady is in the 8th grade.
Haylin Ayers called for the foul, and any little bit of contact in this ball game, they're calling.
And that is her 3rd.
It's almost like in baseball when whatever the umpire calls, you know that's the strike zone. In this one, you've got to know any contact's going to be whistled.
We're already halfway through this 3rd quarter.
Olivia Lee drops the defender, but can't finish the shot.
And underneath that rebound. And they're going to hit the free throw line on that. And I'm trying to read the numbers. Is that Tori Robinson?
It looks like it is, and sometimes when they turn at a certain angle, we can't quite see who it is. But Tori Robinson at the line, and I didn't catch who the foul was called on. So Tori Robinson adding her first of the ball game. We're going to see Ellen Driver check in.
Offensive rebounds have been so crucial for this Trinity team tonight.
And that one off the front of the rim. Haylin Ayers with the board. She's going to go ahead and push it down. Pull up 3, no good. So Olivia Lee rebounding on the other end. You can hear the crowd is so into this ball game tonight. In the corner. Too strong with the push.
Yeah, that's going to be on Olivia.
You can see her arm on Ava Barham on that one, trying to box her out, try to catch the rebound, but too strong.
Yeah, you can't do that when you're going down the floor. That's almost like calling holding in football.
And like I've said, any contact in this one's going to be called. You've got to know that now. The Bruins slowing it down a little bit. Double teaming Ayers now. Good give, but big block by Olivia Lee. Pushing it in, and she just couldn't get to it. Kate Nether unable to catch up with that one.
And that's frustrating after you had the block down at the opposite end to cough it up that way, but you just have to keep from rushing yourself in a situation like that, and they got in too big of a hurry.
So Haylin Ayers taking the ball up for the Bruins. They've got a 5-point lead. It's what they had at halftime. 3 minutes left here in the third. Driving in and too strong. In and out on that one, and out of bounds off the Bruins.
Goes back the other way.
Carly Hayes, the last one to touch that one. We can see this trap again from the Bruins. We didn't see it too much there in the first half. Drive to the basket, but too strong. Stolen away by Ava Barham. There's a whistle. They're going to whistle at the Lions ball. I'm not sure if Barham stepped out of bounds or what happened.
I think that's what it was. Well, this Trinity team is pesky. They're staying right with it. When they get down, they always make another run.
All you've got to do is get Olivia Lee to hit a 3 or a tough shot, and you're back in it. The Lions really taking their time with this one.
Ava Barham has done a great job defensively to keep them from getting some down-low layups.
Bruins continue to double team whenever someone has the ball. And great job switching. You've got to commend the defense. Up and way off the front of the rim. But a big rebound again for the Lions. Spinning to the basket, up, too strong. Ava Barham comes up with it. She's going to rush it down the floor. It's her against 3, and she loses control of it. Here come the Lions the other way. Jumper off the mark. Haylin Ayers, she's got a step. She's going to have to beat one man, a good Euro, and yes.
Goodbye, goodbye, Haylin, all the way down with a down the stretch, and that gets it back to a 3-possession lead.
33-26, your score with the timeout. We'll take one as well with 1:38 left here in the third.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Well, Steve, you can hear the crowd is super into this one. The Bruins lead it right now by 7, but the Lions continue to fight back every time that it gets out of hand.
But Haylin Ayers seems to take control of the game when it begins to tighten up again. Haylin now with 18 points and 7 rebounds. She could be headed for a double-double tonight. She has been outstanding all the way across the board.
So the Bruins looking to play another good defensive stand here as the Lions trying to cut this lead again. But they're down 7 right now.
There's one thing about it, that the Bruins are in great shape because they are holding up against this intense offensive pressure.
Too short for Olivia Lee. Great job by Haylin Ayers to know not to commit the foul. Lily Teague with the ball for the Bruins right now.
And thought we heard a whistle somewhere, but I think it was somebody up in the stands.
Haylin Ayers in the corner.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul. You saw the arm come out, and like I've mentioned, any little bit of contact that might not be called typically, it's getting called right now.
Haylin's going to come out of the game in foul trouble, and they're going to get in. It's going to be a lot smaller as they bring in Sophie King.
Haylin Ayers with 4 fouls now. So that could be a big boost for the Lions. You've got Haylin Ayers out of the ballgame for a while.
Of course, she's one of these players that coach will take a chance with. And it's going back to the Lady Bruins.
Back to the Bruins, so they're still up 7. Haylin Ayers is out, but you still got Ava Barham in there. And she's been getting it done all night long. 12 points for Ava Barham.
That's how you break the press. Go right down the middle with it.
Here's a 3 off the mark, but Driver with the rebound. Big 3 off the rim, but she gets her own board. Carly Hayes and Ava Barham, the and one.
Big one for Ava as she turns and fires on the offensive rebound. That was huge.
Absolutely huge, and the Bruins up 9 now, a chance to be up by double digits. Here comes the shot. 17.7 left on the clock. Up and off the side. So the Lions going to try and rush it here, get a shot off before the end of the third. They find themselves down 9. They'd love to cut it to 3 possessions. They're running out of time. They've got to rush it.
She doesn't realize where they are on the clock.
She got double teamed, not able to get a shot off, and the Bruins fans love that. 35-26 at the end of the third. We'll come right back in just a moment with that final 8 minutes of basketball. We'll be right back.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
The Bruins up 9. The Lions unable to get a shot off there at the end of the third. But there's still plenty of basketball left.
Yeah, you got to have clock management when you're coming down and there's 15 seconds left, and she just simply lost track of the fact that there were only 3 seconds left on the shot clock and she couldn't get rid of it. Just comparing notes on the totals right now, USJ 15 of 31 for 47%, and that's huge because that's about where you expect a high school team to be at its best. For Trinity, 8 out of 26 for only 31%. And so with this 9-point lead, defense is the key on the part of this Lady Bruin team, and it would be huge if they get a basket on this first possession.
Mia Powell with the ball here, and the Bruins looking to milk a little bit of the clock, but score on every possession. Ellen Driver wanted the ball on the way to the basket, but didn't get it. So Bruins already running several seconds off the clock, and the Lions don't want to foul yet, of course, but they don't like this time running off the clock. Bruins happy to pass the ball around and look for a good shot. Mia Powell at the top of the key. Bruins not really getting anything to develop, but they're not in a rush.
No, not in a rush at all, and I think they're just intentionally taking a lot of time. And look at that. Turnaround for Carly Hayes for her first basket of the game, and what a time for that because now they're up 11.
Biggest lead of the game for the Bruins. High off the glass, that one's going to fall in. So Tori Robinson adds 2 more. Here comes Mia Powell out to the corner. Ava Barham almost didn't expect it. Lily Teague with the ball now, and great ball movement from the Bruins. That's what you want to do when you're trying to run the clock off. Big three, won't go. Passed right into the hands of Driver. Barham in the corner again. Right now it's a 9-point lead, 6.5 left to play. Over to the corner for Mia Powell.
It's like one of those Union Lady Bulldogs cross-court passes over the head.
I'm going to call a travel on that one. I thought maybe it was going to be a jump ball.
It looked like a jump ball from our vantage point, but instead turnover against the Lady Bruins. I guess they perhaps said she took a step before she was tied up. Now, Halen Ayers is on the bench with foul situation. She has 18 points and 7 rebounds, but Coach Ayers is very comfortable the lineup that he has in.
And all these Bruins know the system well. You can see the defensive energy from them. That one's going to roll and go Bruins' way.
Yeah, Amelia had that one, unfortunately, for her to go right off her foot. 12th turnover now for the Lady Lions. I tell you, you look at Stella Spencer, she is so much fun to watch.
Almost stolen away, but Mia Powell was right in the right place. Calling an offensive foul on Carly Hayes.
Well, that is turnover number 10 on the Bruins.
So Bruins still with the 3-possession lead.
We're still sitting on the same score that we had. And here we are 2.5 minutes into this final quarter.
Drawing the foul. Sophie King doesn't know about it, but it will be called. So to the line for the Lions now is going to be Carden Vale. She's had herself a good game.
Yeah, 10 points. She is the leader for the evening for this Lady Bruin team. This Lady Lion team, forgive me.
So the first one is good. And the second one as well.
She has excellent form when she's at the free throw line. Just puts them up very smoothly and softly.
And you've got to make those in the moment like that. A big turnover. The Lions' reverse layup won't fall.
It's going to be a scrum, and
big three for Olivia Lee. Too strong. Bruins come up with it, so crisis averted. But the Lions almost cut it to a 2-possession game.
I like the way you said that, crisis averted.
Less than 5 to play. The Lions are still very much in this one. Ava Barham triple teamed. She's grabbing her ankle. That's not a good sign.
They're trying to get her from getting all of those easy ones underneath.
Carly Hayes' three won't fall. And we tipped off one of the Bruins. And you can hear a lot of fans yelling. They're not happy about that one. They're going to talk it over for a second. But it's
and they're coming back the other way. I had a feeling that was going to happen. The trailing official overruled the one who actually called it.
So the Lions looking to cut this to 2 possessions. Down 7 right now.
Key thing, and they got Halen Ayers back in there right now. And that's going to be a reach-in foul.
Foul by Lily Teague. So the reach-in on that one. That's going to bring the one person you don't want on the line, Olivia Lee. She's 3 for 4 today from the charity stripe.
That is the 7th team foul on the Lady Bruins, and so that is going to keep them in the bonus for the rest of the game.
So it's a 6-point game. And now it's a 2-possession game. So Olivia Lee is clutch from the free throw line, 5 for 6 today. Bruins rushing it a little bit, but more than 4 to play here in this game. Halen Ayers has got to be careful. Can't be too aggressive with 4 fouls.
I tell you, it's hard to tell her not to be aggressive, that's for sure. Yeah, that was a reach in. That was an excuse me foul that was by, it looks like.
Not sure who.
I think it was Anna Sanders.
The number I thought they threw up wasn't even on the court. So.
Well, we got a timeout.
Timeout, and this one is still very much alive. It's a 5-point ball game, 37 for USJ, 32 for the Lions. Don't go anywhere. Stay on the edge of your seat.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag, filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Some momentum from the Lions now, but they're still down 5. The Bruins lead it 37-32. Halen Ayers is in foul trouble, Steve, but she's still out there playing very aggressive for the Bruins.
Well, they just put her back in about 1 minute and 10 seconds ago, and I got, unless she commits that 5th foul, she's in it for the duration because they just have to have their leading scorer, and she's a tough defender. Halen with 18 points and 7 rebounds in this game, and she's all over the floor.
Carly Hayes connects with Mia Powell for the inbound. Less than 4 to play, and the Bruins content to run as much time off this one as they can before they score. Lily Teague in for Ava Barham. She jumps up and gets it, but she's double teamed. 3, too far to the left. Rebound Bruins again. It's going to bounce out. I believe it bounced off the leg of one of the Lions, but they're going to say that it's the Lions basketball. So the Lions now an opportunity here to cut this one to 1 possession. The Lions taking their time, trying to be smart. They don't have to rush, but Olivia Lee throws one up. Stella Spencer going to be called for the foul there. They're going to call a shooting foul.
And we think that's her 3rd.
Will be her 3rd. Off the mark. The Lions have just been having fits at the free throw line. That one's up and in. So it's a 4-point ball game, 2 possessions. A little more than 3. This is going to be a down to the wire one.
Lady Bruins haven't scored now in approximately 4 minutes.
And that's the player right there you want to cut down on that. Halen Ayers, too strong off the glass. Actually was a little bit short. But the Bruins get lucky there as the Lions tip that one out of bounds. Tipped away by the Lions and stolen.
There just wasn't enough authority. If you're going to lob one in, you got to do it crisply, and timeout is called by Trinity to get them out of that big jam they were in over on the Bruins side of the floor.
Tough situation, but the Lions fighting back right now, clawing their way. They're down 4 right now, a chance with the ball here after this quick break.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
(37-33). The Lions coming off this timeout. They're going to have possession of it, Steve. And what do they need to do to cut this deficit of 4?
Well, the big thing is patience right now. You just can't get yourself in too big of a hurry. There's lots of time in this one with just under 3 minutes remaining. But what really messes up a lot of teams in situations like this trying to navigate their way back is they get too impatient with the ball. And that's one of them right there.
Aggressive defense already from the Bruins, and that forces a turnover. So the Bruins with the ball, trying to add on to this 4-point lead. Halen Ayers in with the left hand, and what a tough shot.
20 points for Halen Ayers.
She must have seen that Coach Mark Campbell from Union was in the building because she's putting on a showcase. Ava Barra meets her. The Lions trying to cut this. They've got a little more than 2 minutes to try to fight back. Stella Spencer, of course, aggressive as always on defense.
They can't take a lot of time right now because you start eating up the clock. You don't have many possessions left.
A deep 2. Up and in for Olivia Lee, so 4 points. Now separates the 2 teams. She was just a couple inches away from a 3 on that one. Less than 2 minutes to play. The Bruins, of course, going to try to milk this one. Now, they can't be too comfortable with this lead, though.
What you can't afford to do in a situation like this is to start playing not to lose.
And this place is getting loud. You can hear the Lions fans chanting defense. That's not what they wanted, a foul.
That foul was on Amelia Gehring, and it was so close to being an over and back violation. They were very fortunate to get away with that one.
She was inches away, and now
they're in the bonus now.
Bruins in the bonus. So Carly Hayes will take a chance from the charity stripe.
She's got to get the front end of the 1-and-1.
And yes, she will. So an opportunity at the second one. She's got 3 points, but they all have come in this fourth quarter, and they've been at the right time.
Well, let's put it this way. There's only been one other basket delivered, and that was by Halen Ayers with that one over in the corner. And so Carly Hayes' points have come all in the fourth quarter, and they've all been needed.
And money again from the line. So the Bruins with a 2-possession, 6-point lead, 1:30 to play.
And once again, they cannot take 30 and 40 seconds to try to get a basket.
And that pass just barely connected.
That was a you better be there pass.
Stella Spencer's got to be careful. The foul will be called. I don't know if it's on her.
No, I think that one is going to be on Carly Hayes.
It was.
Yeah, everybody went to the ground, and Carly, it was what you would call a ground trip on that, and so these free throws absolutely crucial.
Crucial, and it's Carden Vales. She's made 4 for 4 today. So that's the one you want, shooting from the line. And yes, so it's crucial for the Lions to score now with the clock stopped.
Well, this one's everything we expected it to be.
And he gets the bounce.
6 for 6 she is from the line tonight. 16 points for Carden Vales. You want to keep it right here? Let's do it.
We will. Timeout for the Lions. It's a 4-point ball game right now, Steve. 1-13. The Bruins are going to get the ball, but it's crucial that they get it over to the other side of the court.
Well, not only that, is that once you get it there, you have got to be very patient yourself and not make careless passes. That has hurt the Lady Bruins earlier in the game tonight. They have led this thing all the way, but you're looking at a 4-point margin, and if you turn the ball over at this point, there's just such an emotional swing in the game. It's one of those things that I've seen it happen too many times over 50-plus years of covering high school and college basketball, is that you've got to keep the emotional momentum on your side, not just the precision momentum, getting the points. You got to keep the emotional momentum on your side. The interesting thing is going to be whether the Lady Lions actually start trying to go to the foul fest here.
Absolutely, and what the Bruins want to do is everybody's got to be moving. You don't want to see a single player standing still, move, cutting through lanes, looking for the ball. But you're right, it'll be interesting to see if the Lions choose to just slap a wrist here or something, draw a foul, and hope that they miss at the line.
And they're going to the all-court press.
You don't want to foul her right there.
Good job going down the middle. That's a key. They got to hurry to get it across midcourt. And they did. 10-second violation. No, Coach, it almost was, but Coach Ayers called a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right back here again. He called a 30-second timeout because he knew they were about to be called for a 10-second violation. I don't know how much time they have left. I think they've only got 2 seconds left to get it across midcourt, or else they're going to cough it up again. The mistake that was made there is that they went backwards with the pass, not realizing you don't have that much time left, and that all-court press of Trinity really rattled them.
The first pass was forward. It looked like they were going to get across the line quickly. Then when they chose to go back, that's where all the trouble started. But Coach Ayers, he ran all the way out onto the court to call that timeout.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was over there near the ball at that point.
He knew it was turnover city coming. So this is going to be interesting because they only have a couple of seconds to get this one across midcourt. They're in the stack formation.
They're going to have to hurry to inbound this one. A couple seconds left, over to Haywin Ayers. She gets it across.
Just barely.
You can breathe a little bit, but you still got to be careful.
And the foul is going to be charged to Amelia Gehring.
So the Lions will go to the foul fest, as you said, Steve, and that's going to bring Lily Teague to the line. She's got 1-3 today. We'll see how she fares here from the line.
And they're getting ready to check back in Stella Spencer. And Mia Powell comes out.
If you make this first one, it's going to be a 5-point game. If you happen to make 2, then it's a 3-possession game. Excuse me, a 2-possession game. That one in for Lily Teague. So clutch, that's what you want to see if you're a Bruins fan.
The iron was quite kind on that one.
So now it's a 2-possession game. Looking here to make it. Doesn't get the bounce.
But look at Spencer go for the offensive board.
Spencer did a great job of getting the board, drawing the foul as well. And the Bruins fans appreciate that one. So Camden Maxfield commits the foul for the Lions, and Spencer's going to go to the line.
It's still a 1-and-1. The next one will be the automatic 2-shot foul.
Now Spencer might not have any points. She might not be in the points column, but man, she has made a huge impact on this game.
Precision free throw shooting tonight has been a winner for the Lady Bruins.
6-point ball game. Here's the chance for 3 possessions. That's going to be a real killer for the Lions. That looks good, yes. So great shooting in this quarter from the charity stripe. 5 for 6 in the quarter for the Bruins. Olivia Lee trying to rush it. Camden Maxfield will take a three. Gets the bank.
I don't think she practiced that way. And they immediately call a foul.
So the foul, and it looks like it's going to be Haylin Ayers going to the stripe.
We may be about 17 minutes before this game finishes, as many fouls as are being called.
It's one of those ball games where, man, you can go to the refrigerator, get a snack, and come back, and they'll still be on the line.
And we'll still be here, yeah. Well, here's Haylin with 20.
Off the mark. She will get the second chance, though.
Yeah, they're in the double bonus now. If you're USJ, you don't want to commit a foul because you're going to put Trinity in a double bonus.
That's good. What a game from Haylin Ayers. 5-point game, though. 2 possessions. The Lions got to rush it. Another three from Camden Maxfield. That one won't go, but the board.
Oh, my. You're going to hear some roars on that one. And Stella Spencer's trying to argue with the official, and they are pulling her back. Stella will debate the officials.
She's on the basketball team, but some days it looks like she's on the debate team here at USJ.
And she will do it. They have to hurry. Olivia's going to have to get it there fast.
She almost lost it. 25 seconds to play. Driving in. Too strong. Haylin Ayers will get fouled, and the Bruins fans can start to feel it. 20 seconds. They're up 5. You make this one. It's a 6-point lead. They're going to get up on their feet for Haylin Ayers and their Lady Bruins.
And they are standing here at USJ.
It's real quiet over there on the Lions side of things. But you expect them to get loud before this free throw. Well, they're going to be courteous. That one's going to bounce out.
Haylin tonight, 21 points, 8 rebounds.
Haylin Ayers, the second from the line here. That one's it, yes. Sometimes you can just see when it's up in the air. 20 seconds, the Lions have to do it real quick.
They're going to have to get down and get a 3 fast.
And they don't seem like they're rushing.
They're using too much time.
Olivia Lee for 3, off the mark, and this ball game's over. Haylin Ayers with the rebound. They're not going to foul here. And the fans rise to their feet. A 6-point win for your Lady Bruins. Hard fought. They clawed tooth and nail. 46-40, Steve.
Well, this was one where you had a fourth quarter that the Lady Lions had their opportunities but just could not capitalize. They couldn't hit some key outside shots, and they also faced this intense defense on the part of the Lady Bruins, who led this one all the way, but it was one of those they never could get a cushion. They had a lead as much as 10 at one point, but they never could get a cushion in this game. But they were led, despite the fact that she was in foul trouble in the final quarter. They were led by Haylin Ayers with 22 points and 8 rebounds. Ava Barham, who in that first half, she got behind the defenders and nailed 3 early layups. 14 points for Ava Barham. And between the two of them, they had 36 of the 46 points of the Lady Bruins in this big victory for them tonight. For the Lady Lions, and we'll try to tally these quickly, Carden Vales with 16 points in the game. She had 9 of them in the second half as they continued to try to claw their way back into it. Olivia Lee, who is headed for Union University, had 13 points in the game, but they held her down fairly well. Her points were very well scattered out during the course of the game. So between Vales and Lee, they had 29 of Trinity's 40 points. But one of the big keys in this one, Alexander, as I look back through my shot sheet here, was that Trinity still had a very difficult time scoring in this one. Across the board, and we're looking at how many they actually had, they were 11 of 36, barely 30% for the game, and it's just very difficult against a team that has so much firepower and so many weapons like the Lady Bruins. You got to be able to get it between 35 and 40% at least. For USJ tonight, it was really a very strong shooting performance. They were 17 of 38 in the game, and that was for 43%, which in a game like this where there is so much tension and everything on the line, that actually is about what you would expect in a game like this. You're not going to have a lot of high school teams that are going to shoot in the 50s. So 43% from the floor is really solid. And also another big key in this game was rebounding, because the Bruins ended up with 20 on the night and only 15 for Trinity. And that was a big factor in this one. So it was one of those that you never felt comfortable with, but the Lady Bruins managed to keep their composure and take it in the end 46-40.
Well played game by the Bruins. You've got to love what you see. A lead as big as 11 at one point, but just a small margin of victory. 6 points to finish it out. And, man, what a great win from the Bruins. And Bruins fans excited to see how their guys fare against the Trinity Lions in just a few moments. We'll take a break and be back in a bit with our starting lineups and get ready for that ball game. We'll be right back here at BallGame Blitz.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive and Drive, Jackson.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
And we're about set to go here in about 2 minutes. The tip-off between the USJ Bruins and the Trinity Christian Academy Lions. And this one, if we have the kind of atmosphere in this one that we did in the girls' game that USJ just won 46-40, it is going to be a dandy tonight. We are looking at, as we've said earlier, it looks like they've got them packed in here like sardines in a can, and they are standing up against the wall. Reminds me of the old years back in the 90s where fans would line underneath the home goal at Union University basketball games. This one has brought them out tonight from over on Windy City Road and right here where we are on the USJ campus. Of course, for Jeff Jones teams, you're going to be hearing Wallace Driver, Brady Smith, Mills Terry, Owen Stonecipher, and Raleigh Seals, Davis Sane. They're going to be the big six that you're going to be hearing from tonight. And, of course, Trinity, this is a team, they got a pretty tall team. You got a sophomore, Braden Waller, at 6'2", and Caleb Williams goes 6'1". He is a sophomore point guard. But you're looking at a senior at 6'2", Will Weiser, who wears number 5 tonight. And there go the Bruins, headed over to their bench. And Trinity will be coming back out momentarily. The Bruins are, again, they're going to be in their white uniforms with blue trim and the red numerals. And Trinity will be wearing their dark uniforms tonight. And we are just about set to go here at USJ Gym. And Alexander, this is one of these between these two teams that you throw out the records.
Absolutely. These two teams are here to play tonight. It doesn't matter if they've lost every game. It doesn't matter if they've won every game. Both of these teams have a real fighting chance tonight.
And the Lions being introduced. That was Will Weiser. And Trace Robinson, a junior guard. And there you go. And this is going to be another one of those big light shows. It's going to be hard to see who these are individually. And you can hear the Trinity fans don't like this at all. Mills Terry, Owen Stonecipher, Raleigh Seals. He provides the much needed size on the inside. And there you go. The lights are back on at USJ. That's pretty spectacular, Alexander, I think, to open up with that kind of show that gets the fans into it, even if the opposing fans don't like it.
Absolutely, and it's the regular cast and crew for the USJ Bruins, the ones that we've seen all season long.
That's right. Of course, when we were with them on Tuesday night over at Sacred Heart of Jesus, they ran into a buzzsaw of the all-court press in the second half that just wore out this team. So tonight they're looking forward to getting back into the winning ways.
The winning ways is what they're looking for. And the girls got it done. If you missed that game, that's one to go watch on the arcade at Worthy Road Studios
Watch
YouTube.
It on Worthy Road Studios YouTube. See that 46-40 game all over. And it was closer than that score indicates. Steve Beverly and Alexander Bitterling bringing you one of the great high school rivalries in our region. And to jump it is going to be Mills Terry up against Will Weiser, the 6'2 senior. And we are just about set to go, we think. We don't know what they're waiting on. There's still some kind of delay getting this thing going. I think they went over to talk to Coach Dexter Williams over in the corner. Oh, I see what happens. There's some kind of spill over in what we would call the northwest corner of the court. So they're trying to get that cleaned up before we can actually take a jump. It was interesting that when we were at Sacred Heart the other night, the players themselves were the ones that came onto the court to clean it up.
They were. They handed that mop to one of the players, and I saw him mop the floor and then go check into the ball game.
Let the games begin, and the tip goes over to the Bruins. It's going to be loud in here tonight, and the turnover right off the bat.
That's not how you want to start if you're one of the Bruins, and it goes without saying. That's not a good start to a ball game.
And it's going to be loud over on the Trinity side because they have got a packed student section right behind their bench.
Especially after a heartbreaking loss in the last one.
Big three, and that one's going to be off the mark, but they get the offensive rebound. Look for strong outside shooting just like that you saw from Caleb Williams.
And Williams, he's a great player, of course, the coach's son, but he's the real deal at just a sophomore.
And you can hear how this place is electric. They are all over Wallace Driver. And 30-second timeout called by Jeff Jones. He wants to settle his team down. They seemed a little rattled. So we'll take a 30-second break. Right now, Trinity 3, USJ nothing.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
We have the atmosphere of Rupp Arena in this gym tonight at USJ. And for a high school rivalry, this is huge. And offensive foul is charged to Brady Smith. That's the second turnover of the early going here.
And you don't know how much of the girls' game these guys were watching, but everything was called in that girls' game, and I have a feeling everything's going to be called in this one.
And they're going to work the perimeter again, but you've already seen how they can fire it from the outside. And I'll tell you, Caleb Williams is one who will not hesitate to put it up. Raleigh Seals comes down with a rebound. They are double teaming the ball all over the Bruins. It's going to be a challenging and exhausting night.
The Bruins still looking to find any type of a shot. Haven't been able to even put one up yet.
Chance of defense from the Trinity fans. And on the drive, the give and go on the inside, and it's Raleigh Seals. He took it from Mills Terry, and Bruins on the board.
That's the way you create. Make a drive to the basket, the ball will find its way into your hands.
Let's see how Coach Williams plays this one. Here goes a steal. It's going to be a foot race. And down the stretch he goes, and it goes off of the knee of Mills Terry. Unfortunately, Wallace Driver had a beautiful steal there, but he hesitated just a second. He felt those footsteps coming, and they gave it up. It was a golden opportunity, and I tell you, this place would have erupted if he had gotten one coast to coast. Hey, Williams has that low center of gravity. Look at that. That one was 26 feet.
That's going to be a problem all night long for the Bruins. And look at the way he did that off balance. Lost control of the ball, picked it up, and just put it up there. Making it look too easy. A steal for the Lions. And back the other way.
Now you got a double turnover there. That doesn't happen too often. So once again, Mills Terry with it. This defense is relentless on the part of Trinity. They're going to have to be patient tonight. And the jumper. Nicely navigated by Brady Smith.
Brady Smith's going to be really important in this one, especially if you've got Caleb Williams shooting up threes. You're going to want Brady Smith to answer for the Bruins.
Beautiful turnaround. Fall-away is there. He went to his right and was falling backwards, and Braden Waller beautifully laid that in.
There was a bit of contact to the head as well. He could have got the and one call, but did not. It seems like right now the Lions are making just about everything.
That was one he should have had a dish off there. And a foul on the inside.
That's one of those where you're willing to take the foul. You don't want to give up the easy drive to the basket, so you'll foul them and make them earn it, especially early on in a ball game.
At the line is going to be Braden Waller. No, if you look at how, the crowd is going to be huge in this game for both teams because of the big crowd that Trinity has brought over here tonight, but they have got a huge student section that most of them are in they are in camouflage over here to our right for USJ.
That one's good for Braden Waller.
Waller with 1 of 2. It's a 9-4 lead for the Lions. They picked 6 of their 9 points up off turnovers. Pretty crisp pass to Raleigh, and he tried to go underneath. And that was a case of just pushing the defender out of the way, but they couldn't get it to drop.
Bruins not finding a lot of success so far on offense.
That was a danger. That's travel. That was a travel. Yeah, he couldn't. There was no way that Will Keltner could get control of that one. So that is the 3rd turnover now for the Lions. Each team has given it up 3 times. The key for USJ, because they're in this half-court trap defense, the key for USJ is they got to get the ball across midcourt first off, and they're double-teaming the ball, and they had just barely made it.
Good give to Owen Stonecipher, but rejected.
Stonecipher draws the foul on the offensive rebound. You got to be going after those offensive boards as Owen just did. And that'll give him an opportunity for a couple. And that one's off the back of the iron. And he delivers 1 of 2. A little bit more of a line drive on that second one.
At this point for the Bruins, they'll take it. They're just trying to get back into this ball game. Fell down pretty heftily early.
Williams taking his time.
Leaky Thompson, number 40, the freshman, checking in, and he does not look like a freshman, Steve.
That was about a 27-footer from outside, and the rebound coming off to Mills Terry.
So the Bruins getting a chance here.
They're throwing it into too much traffic down there when they're triple teaming the ball. Off the back of the iron on that 3, and it looks as though they're going to give it back. The foul is being charged to the Bruins.
So the Lions will get the ball. Now, Steve, I'm not exactly saying it's the wrong call. I just don't like when the referee away from the play is calling the whistle when the one down low didn't.
Well, let's see how Coach Williams plays this one. He's got his offense spread out. And against this man-to-man, if you get to going one-on-one on this, you likely are going to get somebody open for a screen. But then again, you got Caleb Williams who will fire it from anywhere. Rebound to Stonecipher.
The Bruins having to fight every step of the way. I'm talking about fighting for rebounds, fighting to get it across half court, and then you've got to try to actually make it to the basket.
All right, watch this one-on-one chase here. And, yep, double dribble. He picked it up, started back again. I don't think he thought so. But that is the fourth turnover now. We got 2:18 remaining here in this first quarter. Been a lot of, shall we say, unforced errors by both teams here in the early going.
And you talked about it early on in the girls' game, but there's a lot of nerves when you're suddenly playing in a packed house like this. A lot of high school games, you don't have too many fans at.
Jumper. Not there. And, of course, they get the chance of the air ball from that Bruin faithful over down to the right of us. Wen Crook in there. They have to guard against trying to toss it into inside with all of this traffic. Boy, I'm telling you, it is brutal out there on the floor tonight. And there you go. Wide open underneath. They got the screen, and Wen Crook got the basket. That was perfect offensive screening.
This is a little bit of an interesting lineup that we haven't seen this year. We've got Abe Stonecipher out there.
And that was a little hop, skip, and jump by Braden Waller, and that's the fifth turnover for Trinity. Caleb Williams is coming out, and Dexter Williams is coaching him up. Also coming out, Wen Crook.
A lot of turnovers early on in this one, Steve. 4 for the Bruins and 5 for the Trinity Lions. So you're definitely wanting to cut down on those mistakes.
Taking it all the way over, shooting it. And the bank shot doesn't go. And here come the Bruins. What a block! What a block by Raleigh Seals.
That's giving momentum to the Bruins. Brady Smith back in. Let's see if he pulls up a shot. He will.
And he nails it.
You don't want Brady Smith to be able to get that separation from you. On that step back, he doesn't miss that too often.
And they scramble, and they got to keep a little tension from happening there. And they're pushing Braden Waller away from it. Got a little bit too tense out there. And they're coming over to talk to both coaches, to Dexter Williams about it, and they're going to charge that one to Braden Waller. You got to be very careful not to get too aggressive out there because you could easily get a tech.
And you definitely don't want to argue too much, and great job from the Lions to push him away. Let him go far away from the ref and cool off.
Bruins have just gradually, calmly tied this up at 9, and they may play it for the final shot of this first quarter unless they get an early good look. And it appears 3 seconds in the lane is called.
So another careless turnover from the Bruins. We've seen a struggle on both sides making these simple mistakes.
So now the Lions, with a little more than 27 seconds, will have a chance for the final opportunity of the first quarter.
And we've seen a bunch of substitutions already for both teams. Interesting to see this many players in the first quarter.
Inside they went to Leaky Tompkins, and it just would not fall. Here we go. They got to hurry. Forced it. Didn't go. Wallace Driver had a second left and put it up, and it just went off the back of the iron. And so we're done with the first 8 minutes, and we got a deadlock. It is 9-9. We'll be back with the second quarter after a message from one of our sponsors.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
Well, the Bruins are shooting 4 out of 11 from the floor for 36%. Trinity 3 of 10 for 30. Now, 2 of those 3 were three-pointers by Caleb Williams. In rebounding, the Bruins with the edge 6-4. Each team, 6 turnovers for Trinity, 5 for USJ. And you can just feel the electricity in this place.
You absolutely can. Both students' sections really showed up. Tons of fans. It seems like half of North Jackson is here.
They go to inside with Tompkins. Tompkins is charged with the offensive foul.
That's a big momentum shift. When you're on that, it looks like you're going to make the shot, and suddenly you're called for the offensive foul. That'll kill your momentum.
Great job of defensive position on the part of USJ. And traveling. Took a step before he got rid of it, and so Abe Stonecipher. They're calling it tight here tonight, Alexander.
They are. Neither team getting away with a lot, and that's how it should be called, Steve. That's real basketball. The rules are the rules, and call them when you see them.
Caleb Williams will check back in. And checking out for the Lions is Trace Robinson. So Williams will check it in, and Coach Jones makes a substitution, getting Raleigh Seals back in. So they've got a strong underneath combination, but they go back door and over the defender. It is Will Weiser with his first basket. Low scoring game, a lot of defense, a lot of turnovers so far. Seals, and that was one of those that he tried a shovel pass on the inside to Owen Stonecipher, but just didn't have enough authority, and I don't think Stonecipher was ready for it.
That's a good idea, but you got to make sure that you have that mental connection. And like you said, Stonecipher just didn't look like he was expecting it.
7 turnovers now for the Bruins.
We've got all the starters back in this one for the Bruins.
They're working the perimeter again. And Caleb, as we say, his dad was a great three-point shooter. That one goes astray for Will Keltner.
Mills Terry almost loses it. He's double teamed.
They're all over him. But they got a 2-on-1 now. Backdoor, head fake, and it's not going to go. He overshot it.
He got the double flyby, but just couldn't bury the shot as Williams the other way.
Well, there you go. Get it inside to Williams, and he can just bury you.
It's getting loud in here. Trinity likes what they're seeing from their team.
Smith got the answer shot.
Don't get him going. 7 points now for Brady Smith.
Smith with that answer shot. They'll take a 3 for 2. They trail by 1 at 13-12. We're beginning to see a little bit of offensive momentum in this game for both teams because this was a very slow-paced first quarter that we had. Going for the bomb. Nope, off the back of the iron, and the rebound coming off to Mills Terry.
Great rebound by Mills Terry as Brady Smith drives in, no options.
All right, now watch it around the perimeter again. They would love to get Stonecipher inside if they can. Seals will pull up and take a 3 from the corner. We've seen him do it several times and going right through, and they are going to not give him the basket. They'll play it down underneath.
Driver cruised right in there to the paint, but unfortunate that that foul was called off the ball like that.
So it'll be Bruin ball underneath with Mills Terry, and they got another opportunity to retake the lead. There you go, the give and go. The floater will not fall. And going to the deck hard, but Trace Robinson commanding the rebound. From the corner, the three is not there. And Brady with the rebound.
Both teams doing a good job of moving the ball, but they just can't get their shots to fall right now.
Dangerous pass to Noah Spencer. And they're working one-on-one, then they get double-teamed. He's working against Caleb Williams in the corner. Raleigh way in the backcourt. Going for the three. Nope, too far left. And I tell you what, Robinson can take off and fly down the floor. And they missed a couple of them. And they missed the third one, but they draw the foul.
Raleigh Seals knew it too. You could see him turn around, kind of throw his arms up, which almost always means they know they committed the foul.
And the frustrating part of it is that he thought he had an opportunity to get that rebound, and he hated the fact that he was giving up 2 offensive boards. So going to the line for 2 is Will Weiser. He's got a single basket in the game. And it will not drop. And checking out for the Bruins is Mills Terry, and coming back is Wallace Driver. Biggest lead in the game has been 4. And you already hear the yelling here as if that was a game-deciding free throw.
These fans are into it. Every shot means so much to them. Crosstown rivals, really down-the-street rivals.
And that one hung up on the lip after the turnover, but Williams, those quick hands, gets them back.
And it looks like the Bruins are just kind of discombobulated right now on defense.
Williams, a 30-footer that just didn't quite have enough mustard on it, and Brady Smith the rebound.
Here's the three for the Bruins. Try to get the bank.
An unfortunate thing for the Bruins, they're getting a lot of one-shot possessions. And you can hear some of the editorial comments from the fans who are surrounding us here.
Brady Smith's going to be charged for the foul. It looks like he probably had a clean block.
That's his second. So that sends Braden Waller to the line.
Waller's 1 for 2 already from the charity stripe. And he buries that one.
Connects. And checking out is going to be Brady Smith, and coming in, Wynn Crook. And Coach Jones trying to provide a word of encouragement to Brady. And smooth delivery on that free throw. And so it's a 4-point lead now. That matches the largest one for the Lions. And they still continue in this half-court trap defense. And what you want to do is to wear out your opponents, trying to rush them down the floor. This is Driver. And he takes it all the way too high, and the foul. And it's an offensive foul.
Will Keltner able to plant his feet and draw the charge on that one. That really electrifies the team.
9th turnover for the Bruins. They've given up 6 points off those turnovers. And once again, a multitude of substitutions come in.
We've seen a lot of substitutions from both sides already in this ball game, and interesting coaching styles.
Cooper Vales is running the point right now for the Lions. And they're staying in this man-to-man defense.
And the Bruins look like they've got it together here on this possession defensively.
That fall away is short, and Raleigh Seals with the rebound.
What a drive by Mills Terry, but just not able to finish, and that's been the story for the Bruins.
He's open. He got it. Wynn Crook with his 4th point of the game.
Great job from Wynn Cook to be able to spin and realize he's open and take the little shot. Back to a 2-point ball game.
And you want to see that kind of thing where you don't let this thing get out to a 2, 3, 4 possession lead in the first half, because you begin to really lose emotional momentum. Going for the big bomb. Right through the heart. The delivery is there. So Will Keltner with his first 3 of the game. And it's back to a 5-point lead. Underneath, he's open and got the layup. That's the risk you run with the all-court pressure, is that you may wind up leaving somebody open underneath, and that's exactly what happened as Stonecipher delivers.
Bruins doing a good job of exposing the limitations of the press.
There you go. I was going to say it's going to be a foot race, but he's going to pull up now the change of pace. There you go. The layup underneath to Owen Stonecipher.
Stonecipher open again, and the Bruins doing a great job of getting the turnovers, getting to the other side, and making them count for points.
Chance of defense from this crowd. They're coming alive all around us. It is Williams. Quick release, but not there.
He had to rush his shot a little bit and wasn't able to get the form we typically see from him.
Another 3. No, off the mark. A third opportunity they have.
The Bruins have got to cut down on giving those second and third opportunities.
They scramble for it, and timeout is called, I think.
Wynn Cook hits the floor, able to pick up the ball, and he's riled up about that one.
All right, now the officials are going to discuss it.
You've got to give it to him. He had possession of the ball.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to get it underneath. Now, I can tell you, years ago, you go to the deck like that, they're going to call traveling on you. But they have really eased up on that as a violation. So Bruins with an opportunity to take the lead.
They've got to hurry to get it across midcourt.
And they did. Oh, going to the deck, traveling. Oh, my goodness. Mills Terry just slid, and there was nothing he could do about it.
Just like you said, hitting the deck and called for travel, and just like that, we see it on the next possession.
Yeah, every time the Bruins have had a chance to take the lead in this second quarter, some kind of catastrophe happens. Under a minute to go in this second quarter, and it has been a thriller so far. And we still got 16 more minutes to go after this quarter ends.
Watch every player on USJ. Every time the ball moves, they all move towards that side of the court. That's some good defense.
That's great coaching on the part of Jeff Jones.
And half the time, he's coaching from just about on the court. You can see him kind of encroaching on it right now.
And they are going to play for the final shot of the quarter, no doubt whatsoever. They've spread their offense out. And I can see Dexter Williams telling him, okay, move. And the fall away is there, perfectly delivered by Trace Robinson.
The Bruins have enough time if they throw one up real quick.
And they got a foul. But the problem is it's not going to be, well, it could be the 7th. No, it's not going to be a shooting foul. That is only the 15th foul.
Looks like Mills Terry thought it was, but it's not. He went to the line.
So since it's not a shooting foul, all you got time for was a volleyball tip, and that was not a bad foul at all.
Good foul to give there. 0.6 left on the clock. Barely time to chuck it up.
He got it up and could not deliver. Wynn Crook had an opportunity, but it would not fall. So we have one that it could continue this way all the way down to the end. It's been led by Trinity or tied almost all the way. 21-18 is our score, and let's look at the scoring totals. For Trinity, Braden Waller has 5, 3 of them from the free throw line. Caleb Williams, who had those early 2 3-pointers, he has 8 to lead them, and 3 for Will Weiser and Will Keltner. For the Bruins, Brady Smith with 7. One of them is a 3-pointer, and you got 5 for Owen Stonecipher, 4 for Wynn Crook. So that gives you the story of the scoring here in this first half. Still a relatively defensive game. as Trinity leads USJ 21-18, but the Bruins want to come from behind in the second half and make it a sweep. And we'll be able to tell you whether they're going to. We're going to take an extended break. We're going to come back with about 2 minutes remaining, and we'll give you that second half and also our shooting stats for the night. So everybody enjoy what our fine sponsors have to say to you right now, and we'll be right back in about 7 minutes after we pause for the calls.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Count on Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson. Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, round recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Well, let me give you our halftime stats, and then after that I'll have Alexander update you on an important local game tonight. For shooting from the floor, it is USJ 8 out of 21 for 38%. Trinity's put it up more, 7 out of 24, but they've missed more shots, 29%. And in the free throw department, 1 out of 2 for USJ for 50, 4 out of 6 for the Lions for 67%. Now, in rebounding, each team has 12. USJ has given up 10 turnovers, and from that they have given 6 points to Trinity. The Lions have coughed it up 8 times, but USJ has not been able to capitalize with a single point off turnovers in the game. And that is a huge stat right now while they're trailing by 3. And they got to do something about that. If they are able to force the same number of turnovers in the second half, they got to get some points off of it. But now, Alexander, you've been monitoring another local game tonight, and how is that one developing?
Well, it's on BallGame Blitz at Worthy Road Studios. Now, don't flip the channel. Don't go over to this game, but we're just going to update you on the score. Across town, Jackson Christian is taking on Fayette Academy, and right now at halftime, they are dominating. 26-9 is your score right now. We will keep you updated on that one. But keep it right here, folks. This one is the matchup to watch.
This is the one right here as the second half starts, and the Lions, and it's Caleb Williams right off the bat, fooled everybody. He just deceived everybody into thinking he was going to pass it, and he was wide open and nailed the 3, and that's the largest lead of the game at 24-18. And the bank shot, a beautiful bank of Jackson shot, fall away by Mills Terry, and so he answers at least 2 of those 3.
We've got a great start to a basketball game. You love to see that deep 3, the uh-oh from Caleb Williams, and then Mills Terry answering right on the other end. That's basketball right there.
That's the thing about Williams, and this guy is just a sophomore. Fall away, 3 is not there. And you got 2 guys scrambling for it, and it comes down to Brady Smith. And we got a whistle down underneath.
So Mills Terry will draw the foul.
And I can tell you, it is very difficult to hear the PA announcer announce the fouls in this place. So anyway, going to the line for 2, in and out. Iron was so unkind to Mills Terry.
Now, who we need is that PA announcer we had the other day at Sacred Heart of Jesus. They're just right down the street. We got to bring her in because she
killed it. She just killed it. 24-21. We're back down to a 2-point margin, 3-point margin. My math was off there for a moment.
People don't realize how hard it is to do math on the fly sometimes.
And
we're trying to talk at the same time.
And we're keeping our own stats here tonight, and so that is another one of the things. The jumper is there for Trace Robinson. That gives him 4. So they've eased it back to a 26-21 game. And the foul. And they're going to send it back down the other way. That is turnover number 11 for USJ.
I think they called it a carry on Wallace Driver, which is something we don't see very much of.
Well, here's the thing about it, though, is that you got to have a stop here because you don't want to suddenly see yourself going 3 possessions down this early in the third quarter because you're going to be climbing the ladder the entire second half. And that one was just barely, it wasn't saved. It looked like Williams was going to pick it up, but turnover goes to the Lions. So this is a crucial one for the Bruins to get one back. They had a screen there for a minute. That's a trip. No question about it whatsoever. He was down, and it was one of those excuse me situations.
Trace Robinson hitting the deck and then just the wrong place at the wrong time. Brady Smith tripping over him. And Brady was going to get to the basket, too. That's one of those things you hate to see as a Bruin because He had the jump step, and he was going to make an easy layup.
That's Trace's third foul, so he's going to sit down. And trying to set the play is Driver, working against Williams.
The Bruins went safe with it, going to the other side of the court. Never a bad move, just to make sure you get it in.
And they kick it back to the outside, open, and that one was knocked away. That was excellent defense.
Stonecipher hitting the deck.
And there you go. That was a big down the stretch for Braden Waller off the turnover.
Waller's got 7 now, making a big impact for the Lions. They're up by 7 points right now.
It was 21-18 at halftime, and it's now a 7-3 run for the Lions. And they go for the bomb, and it's not there. One-shot possessions, as many people will tell you, they are the equivalent of turnovers. And there you go again.
You can't give away the easy break to the basket. No one even stepped in front of him.
Coach Jones is going to call a timeout. We'll take one, too. 5:08 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 30-21 lead for Trinity.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood, fungus, and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
It is a 9-3 run here to start the second half for Trinity Christian Academy as they have moved out to their biggest lead of the night, 30-21, and they've somewhat rattled the Bruins here in this early going of the third quarter. And the key thing, and Jeff Jones had an adroit timeout there, it is a key for them to get settled down. And they are facing a loud Trinity student section that made the short visit over here. Fallaway is there.
That's the first point in just about 3 minutes for the Bruins, and Mills Terry's 5th.
And they badly needed that one, and they need a couple of stops and then to go down and get some points off of them. Dexter Williams trying to spread his offense out. Coach Dexter Williams, who at one point in time gave a speech in a speech class at Union University. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. That was an easy give and go down underneath. And so Braden Waller tacks on another 2. It was a good pass out of the double team, and Seals is a good ball handler for a big guy. And he turns and fires. Just curls off. And a foul. Coach Dexter Williams, in a speech class at Union University, once gave one of the most enlightening speeches on how to change a drawstring in sweatpants.
Oh, no, Steve. Oh, no. Will Weiser, a big 3, and now the Trinity Lions are up 12.
And Weiser with 6 in the game, and almost a steal. Knocked away.
Ooh, a big block. How you like to hit the 3 from Will Weiser, then run down and get a block like that?
Sometimes you see that happen where a player nails down a big one and then they get down and make a big defensive stop. Otherwise, he's got to hurry to get that one in. It's a 12-point lead now for Trinity, and they're threatening to blow it wide open, but an answer there for Brady Smith.
That's what you want to see from Brady Smith. You expect him to make those type of plays, and they're going to need him to.
Down to 10. Once again, as we said, Bruins badly need a series of stops. And Williams, who can just pick that ball up one-handed and easily toss it back in and not lose his balance, but losing control of the ball at the opposite end is Will Weiser.
Now, when you're up 10, I don't know why you're making passes like that. It looks like they're rushing it on offense, but they're up by double digits. Just move around, pass the ball smart.
Now, this is a big one to try to pick up something off of that. And that floater was just too strong on the part of Brady.
Look at Williamson just outrun the defense.
Williams he's just lightning fast on this court. Fall away, not there. Rebound coming off to Mills Terry, and they're on the bicycle. Oh, my goodness. They were unsure as to who that pass was supposed to be intended for.
Wynn Cook just jumped in front of him there, and that's just a bad turnover. Down 10, you got to cut down on those.
The three is off the mark, and the rebound comes off to Wynn Cook.
I know Will Weiser's missed the last two, but you got to stop letting him get wide open looks. I mean, he's got 30 seconds to shoot the ball.
Here's a wide open, and he waited too long to release it, but the foul is called. Now, is it a 2 or a 3-shot foul? From our vantage point, it was difficult to see whether his foot was on the red stripe.
It was. Cooper Vales, the one that commits the foul, and that's going to bring Wynn Cook to the line. We'll see, I guess, if he shoots 2 or 3. We'll watch with you.
Well, they eat them all. He got the first one.
No doubt about that. They do need all 3 of these here. They're down 9.
That was Crook's first trip to the free throw line, and it was only for the night 3 out of 5 for the Bruins. In and out. It is a 3-shot foul.
And it's been a disastrous third quarter for the Bruins right now. They've been outscored 14-8.
Raleigh Seals checks out, and Abe Stonecipher comes in.
This may be the first time in the game that I've called that both Stonecyphers are on the court at the same time, and we'll see how that brother chemistry works out.
Waller with the rebound off the miss. He got 1 out of 3. They're double teaming the ball, and they're in deep trouble. And forced the turnover on Braden Waller.
That's going to be great for USJ's momentum. They're fighting back from a big deficit. They were down 12 moments ago. Now they're down 9.
Just under 2 minutes remaining. Bruins badly need one here. He's going to work against Williams. And they go back to Stonecipher. And again, to the inside they go, and that's going to be an offensive foul. That literally, Brady Smith just backed right into his defender.
That's just unfortunate. You can't do anything about that. You're focusing on dribbling, and you back up and commit a foul like that. Brady Smith with 3 now.
He was trying to set himself up. It was obvious he was trying to set himself up for either a reverse layup or a turnaround, but defensive position was right there, and he just completely backed into his opponent. 1.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And there you go. Leaky Tompkins and the foul. Tompkins hesitated just enough, drew the foul.
Good job by Mills Terry to, if you're going to commit the foul, make sure you do it hard enough that they can't bury the shot.
So Leakey, who also plays football, goes to the line. Way short. For the evening, Trinity is 4 out of 7 for 57% from the line. We see Coach Dave Niven, the head coach of the Union Bulldogs, and his wife Mandy Beth, who are here in the USJ gym tonight. Their son is on the roster, and Leakey gets the second of 2 to get it back to a 10-point margin.
They've got a son on the roster and a son over there on the coaching staff. And if you watch Union basketball games, you're probably used to seeing him on the bench with the clipboard.
This defense has been so fast and relentless. Open for the 3, almost knocked away, but connecting on that is Noah Spencer.
Noah Spencer's first points of the ball game. That's a big one. The Bruins down 7. As they continue to try to fight back, they've got about a minute left here in the third.
High lob to the corner, and Tompkins open and can't get it to fall.
So the Bruins an opportunity here to cut at this deficit again.
All right, let's see if they can deliver. Mills with it. And Driver. And to the inside, Driver with a left-hand layup connects.
Oh my goodness. Driver just cruises right into the paint, and he looks so comfortable out there.
They have closed it to within 5. It was 10. We said they needed some stops and they needed to convert, and that's what they have done in the last 2 possessions. And they have got this student body section electrified.
15 seconds. The Lions are going to have to rush it if they want to get that shot out.
Here's the cool customer, Williams.
And he'll take that shot from the logo.
And they throw it away. They're not going to be able to get a shot out. But that was excellent defense for a final shot opportunity on the part of the Bruins, and we got us a ball game still.
Excellent defense in the second half of that quarter from the Bruins. That is a prime example of not letting the lead get to your head, the lead for the other team. Don't focus on that, but play solid defense and let it convert on the offensive side of things.
We got 8 minutes to go. We got to go get them Bruins, and your score is Trinity 36, USJ 31.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
This has been a night we have really enjoyed here on the Ballpark Blitz Sports Network as the Lady Bruins in a grueling game gutted out a 46-40 win over Trinity in our opener, and now the Bruins beginning to make a rally. They have had a 5-0 run to end that third quarter and forced a turnover there at the end, so momentum potentially swinging back in their direction. And Alexander, this is one of those that you really, the way the game has transpired, you want to see Brady Smith get his hand on the ball as much as possible.
Absolutely, and it's been interesting. Brady Smith hasn't got too much playing time in this game. You see he's on the bench right now, but you're right. He's one of those players that you want to get the ball in his hands.
Mills Terry had a strong close to that third quarter and picked up 5 points. And the Bruins, this is a big one. They get alternate possession to begin this fourth quarter.
What's going to be so important for the Bruins is these first few minutes of the quarter.
Mills with a big turnaround, and they're calling him for the turnover.
Calling the travel on that one. And look at the reaction from Coach.
Yeah, he had a very short word to the official. 16th turnover for the Bruins. And the jumper is there. Caleb Williams, his points are scattered out, but he has 13 tonight.
He's one of those players that as a sophomore is already such a dominant force for his team, and you've got to watch his growth over the years.
That one was short. And scrambling to pull it down is Braden Waller.
Look at Abe Stonecipher.
And timeout called by Dexter Williams. 7:16 remaining. Lions lead the Bruins 38-31. Don't go to the refrigerator. Stay right here. It's standing room at USJ tonight, and we even have in the house Brennan Shield, as he is known. He has a one-word name, Brennan Shield. Well, others know him as Brandon Shields from the Jackson Post, and it's good to see him out here tonight. But this place has been a buzzsaw this evening. Lions trying to get it. They had to hurry to get that one in.
Barely able to get it in on time, and now they've got an opportunity to develop the play.
Well, this guy is such a cool customer with the ball. Nothing rattles him, namely Caleb Williams. The key thing, if you are a Trinity fan, is you don't need to start playing not to lose.
You want to do exactly what they're doing now. Be patient. Be smart with the basketball. You're not worried about the clock running off. You're just worried about getting good shots up to add to this lead.
And they are running some time off the clock. And it's stolen.
What a steal, and Abe Stonecipher playing a good basketball game. I bet he earns himself some playtime after this game.
12th turnover now for the Lions. Bruins need to take care of the basketball at this stage. Trying to go to the inside. Turnaround does not drop. Tipped away, and it goes back to the Bruins.
And Steve, you mentioned 12 turnovers for the Lions. Might sound like a lot, but 16 for the Bruins, and that's been the story of this ballgame.
Yeah, and giving up 10 points off those turnovers. And the give and go. And the floater is just hung up on the top of the iron for Brady Smith. They couldn't get one off the turnovers.
Oh,
Williams
no.
from the corner. Oh, boy. That was like the cylinder closed its eyes.
That's Christmas morning for the Bruins. They got a gift on that one.
Flat-footed shot, not there, and it's a collision. Oh, my goodness, and Williams goes to the deck hard. Let's hope he is okay. That was a hard connection with the floor, you hope, and Dexter is getting right out there to check on his son immediately.
He fell over the back of Stonecipher, and you could hear when he hit the floor how much that one hurt.
This whole place just, it was almost as if a hush came over the crowd. He's up, but they're going to keep him out of there for a little bit. You got to know that. I think he's just shaken up more than anything else. He's probably going to tell the official he doesn't want to come out. And you hear the fans yelling, Caleb, Caleb. And he'll sit out. He's not going to be out long. I got news for you. But I'm going to tell you, you got to know the whole place just absolutely got hushed because it looked as though it was going to be one of those things that could have been a concussion. Thankfully not. He's okay. He'll be back in there inside of probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can see he's already beginning to move that arm that he fell on, and he's the type of player that he wants to play through it, especially in a close game.
Almost stripped away. And open for the three. And connecting.
This is not good for the Bruins. They haven't scored yet in this quarter. And the Trinity Lions able to add on 5.
Braden Waller, a big, big three to make it a 10-point game again.
USJ able to get the timeout off, but they almost lost that ball.
5:11 to go. It's back to a 10-point lead with Trinity ahead of USJ. We got more coming.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Another factor, USJ has not been able to deliver a single point here in this fourth quarter. They had closed it to within 36-31. They've had their chances. They've missed 4 shots in the quarter, and it's back to the 10-point margin. This possession, it's got to happen for them right here.
They've got to score on this one. They're down 10, only a little bit more than 5 minutes to play, and remember, this is high school ball. The Lions can milk that clock as much as they want to.
Here you go with Terry. He tried to get between the two defenders and adroitly managed to get himself drawing a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. He's 1 of 2 tonight.
Terry's had a little bit quieter of a game than we're kind of used to from him. He's got 5 points right now, but this might be a good time to put the team on your back.
They need everything they can get from him, and it's going to be loud when he shoots. Got it.
And that's a cool, calm, and collected player right there. You've got half of Trinity over here shouting at you, and he was able to connect for it.
First point of the quarter. for USJ. And they needed those greatly. 41-33.
3 for 4 from the line for Mills Terry. And what USJ needs to do is have what they had at the end of that third quarter.
And that was just a beautiful fake on the inside by Will Weiser to give him 8.
But what they need to do is have good defensive stands. Get stops, cut down on those easy baskets, and come over here and make smart shots.
From the corner, Stonecipher connects. They've closed it yet again to within 8.
Stonecipher with 7 now.
That's the first basket from the floor in the fourth quarter. They are 1 of 5. And we're getting close to the halfway mark of this fourth quarter.
And this is what Trinity's going to do right here. They're content to hold the ball. They're content to move it around as much as it takes to find a good shot.
Dexter Williams, a master tactician. Almost stolen, but the foul is going to be on Owen Stonecipher. That is only the 15th foul of the half, so we're not in the bonus yet. And smart move on the part of Caleb Williams to knock that one off of the foot of Owen Stonecipher. I got news for you. I know in the backyard his dad has probably run through every situational that it could happen in a game, including that one.
And the Lions playing smart with the basketball, making sure that they're retaining possession of the ball.
And he's spreading the offense out. It's not quite like the old four corners that Dean Smith used to run, but we got an offensive foul. And that one's going to be on Will Weiser.
That's one of those things that just kills all the momentum you have as a team. Now, they're still up big, but you've got to cut down on those, particularly looking at the second half of the basketball season, potentially playoffs. Those are things that good teams don't do.
16 fouls on the Bruins, 5 are on Trinity, and they're going to – okay, I don't know what that discussion was all about, because they don't go over and look at replays here in high school basketball.
Less than 4 minutes, but the Bruins with an opportunity here to cut it down to 6 or 5 points.
The Bruins have not made a single point off the 13 turnovers that Trinity has coughed up tonight. What a time this would be for one. It's Driver.
Driver almost picked the ball up a little bit too early.
Terry and Stonecipher. Terry's going to work one-on-one and try to go into the inside. And he drew the foul in between the defenders, both of whom had their hands up. You had both Waller and Will Keltner that they were saying, okay, we had position, we didn't do it. They say it was not in the act of shooting.
Caleb Williams checking back in the ball game. That's a good sign. He's A-OK, and he's ready to play.
It wasn't a doubt in my mind he'd be back. I said about 2 minutes. It was about 1 minute and 50 seconds, and he's back in. And Jeff Jones is questioning with the official why that was not a shooting foul.
I thought it was. I began to mark down that there was a free throw opportunity a little bit prematurely.
They apparently said that he was fouled before he put it up. Seals is smothered down under. The three. No, way off right.
That would have given a lot of momentum to the Bruins, but now they're in trouble because Williams is back in.
Down to the final 3 minutes.
This is what you're going to see from the Lions. The Bruins just have to be aggressive defensively.
Williams is open, but dishes it out. And now we are down to 2:50. Every tick of this clock, it is just seemingly going against the grain of the Bruins. And look how they are just, this is almost like the old four corners stall the game out that Dean Smith used to run at North Carolina.
This is exactly what you want to do if you're the Lions. You're content if you don't get another shot up. If you just run this clock all the way out, you're fine with that. So the Bruins are going to choose to foul here to try to cut down on eating away at this clock.
And it is a bonus now. That's the 7th team foul. The next one that the Lions commit will put them on the line for a 1-and-1. If you're a Bruin fan, you hope that he misses the first one. And it's Trace Robinson. And even 2.5 minutes remaining. And he did not get it. Seals with a big, big rebound.
So the Bruins get a gift there, but they're going to have to score pretty quickly here to get back in this one.
Underneath, and the foul.
That's what you need. Brady Smith getting it done and getting an opportunity for the three-point play.
Huge, huge down low.
He could bring them within 7 on this one.
(43-37). Here it goes. He got the friendly bounce.
So here's what the Bruins need to do. They're going to have to get a stop pretty quickly. 2:15 on the clock.
2-possession game. And they're spreading them out again. They're daring USJ to come up and foul them.
Raleigh Seals doing a good job of forcing them to move.
The jumper, a little short. The rebound comes off to Mills Terry, and that was huge. We're under 2 minutes.
That was great defense by Brady Smith. He's getting it done on both sides of the court right now.
They can close it to a single possession game. They have not led in this half.
So Mills Terry trying to set something up.
And driving right through the defenders, and they give him a free ticket, Wallace Driver.
I'm telling you, Wallace Driver cruises into the paint. I've been saying it all night long, and the Bruins are within 3.
Timeout called. 96 seconds remaining, 95, 43-40. Bruins still down by 3, but they're on the march. Stay with us.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
The Bruins have lagged behind by as many as 10 3 different times in this second half, but they have clawed their way back to within 3 at 43-40, and this could be the biggest single possession for both of these teams of the contest.
This is huge right here. If the Bruins can get a quick stop, they've got a chance at this ball game. Now what the Lions are going to try to do, get the ball across half court and eat away at that clock and get a shot up to add on to this 3-point deficit.
They're bringing 2 men up front, and now they're going to back away. You can hear it loud. Listen to the crowd.
If you were at Trinity right now, you could probably hear the chants from the crowd here at USJ.
Williams chose not to go for the 3. 1:14 to go.
Well, the Bruins don't want to foul, but they're beginning to run out of time because it doesn't look like the Lions plan to put up a shot.
1:05. And again, no shot clock in high school basketball, so they can hold it as long as they want. That's not the guy you want to foul, but they did.
Wallace Driver didn't even mean to foul there, but he kind of threw up his hands too late. They're going to call that little bit of contact.
Williams has not been to the free throw line tonight. We got 55.5 seconds, and this is going to be a big one. We'll watch it with you. That kid is so cool under pressure. He wants the ball when the game is on the line. Checking back in is Wen Crook, and coming out is Raleigh Seals.
That one was huge from Caleb Williams. He made it a 2-possession game.
He's got 14. We'll watch it again. All right. They're going to have 2 possessions and going for the press again. And the Lions back off of it. They've got to be patient.
The Bruins are going to have to score quickly because the Lions are going to try to milk as much time when they get the ball.
And going right down for the beautiful floater by Wallace Driver.
Bruins call the timeout. Wallace Driver, when he wants to get into the paint and score, you're not going to stop him.
45-42. We're going to keep it right here. Now, you got to ask the big question about if you're Jeff Jones. You got 39.4 seconds left. Do you let them get about 10 seconds off the clock before you foul, or do you go ahead and do it?
No, because the Bruins have not been able to stop the ball movement from the Lions all night long. You just saw it on the last possession. They were able to take away about 30 seconds. So if you give them an opportunity, they'll run this clock all the way out. So you got to foul right now. You got to foul the right person and hope that they miss this shot.
Well, as we told you, we predicted this was going to be a dandy, and it has been. It's been more high drama than even the girls' game was that USJ won 46-40. That was not as, let's put it this way, 6 points. It was much closer than that indicates, and they just grunted it out all the way. The Lady Bruins did not trail in the game, but they never had a huge lead.
It's been a stressful night for both fan bases. Whether you're a Bruins fan, whether you're a Lions fan, this one probably took a couple days off your life.
I would. Well, I don't know if I want to go that far, Alexander. I don't want to feel like that we have cheated somebody a couple of days of their life. They probably feel that way.
It's true. Maybe I just feel more emotions while watching sports than the average
measure
person.
their blood pressures right now. All right, here we go. They're in the press again.
You got to foul right here. You got to do it.
And they are. No, they didn't. Down to 29 seconds.
Because now you're in trouble. If they make a shot here.
Yeah, they could potentially skate the game time out. And if they foul Williams, you know what that's going to be.
That was not what the Bruins wanted to do. You let them take away 10 seconds off the clock, and then you fouled the guy that's going to drain it.
So once again, it's the 9th team foul, so it's not a 2-shot bonus yet. It is a 1-and-1.
See, that's not what you wanted to do because he makes that one. It's a 4-point game, so it's already 2 possessions, and he's even got a chance for another one.
He's like a $50 gift card on your birthday. Got it.
So unfortunate for the Bruins. They've got 20.5 seconds, and they're down by 5.
And they are out of timeouts. We're going to stay with it right here. They are out of timeouts, and that is another thing that is really against them at this point. They've climbed the ladder so hard to get back twice within 3, but they have not been able to get back to a tie since it was very early in this contest at the end of the first quarter when we were tied at 9.
Now what the Bruins have to do now is they have to do what they should have done on that last one. They're going to have to score quickly, and then they're going to have to foul immediately because they can't let the Lions take any time off or this game's going to be completely over.
You got to get a basket, I would say, at least within 7 to 8 seconds. You just don't have a lot of time to be wasting trying to get it around the perimeter. You've just got to get it to the open player that you can possibly see, and you don't really have to have a 3 at this point. You got to have a 2 for sure.
Absolutely. I want the ball to get to Wallace Driver. He's just going to take it right into the paint. I want him to just outrun the defense and put a layup up.
Well, we got 20 and a half seconds remaining. They got to go the length of the floor.
They got the ball to Wallace Driver. We'll see if he just takes it himself.
I think he has to. And a foul.
And that's a break for the Bruins.
Yeah, it's going to be a 1-and-1, but Driver has to hit the first of the 2.
A super important free throw here because if Driver makes this one, right now the clock stopped. It's a chance for the Lions to score without that clock running down.
A little more than 6 seconds went off the clock. Driver with 6. He has not been to the line tonight. Here we go. Yes. 47-43. This one is big because it cuts it back to a 1-possession lead.
And after this one, whether you make it or not, you're going to have to foul right away.
No. He's scrambling to try to get it. and they go to the deck hard, and they give it back to the Bruins. 12.7 seconds remaining. They have to get a fast basket.
So a good situation for the Bruins. Now they've got an opportunity to score 2 because they have the ball. But like you said, Steve, they've got 4 or 5 seconds to try to put up a shot.
Terry is limping badly over there, and so they're going to quickly get back in. Houston Brasfield.
Mills Terry put his body on the line for that one, but he's saying he wants to stay in the ball game.
Well, coach want to bring him out, and that's the smart move. You don't want to run a risk of an injury. You got to hurry. He pulls back for a 3. No, it is short. That probably does it. And they foul Williams with 4.4 seconds remaining. This place would have erupted if he would have nailed that 3.
And these students around us already stood up, Steve, in anticipation, but unfortunately for the Bruins, that one didn't fall in, and now you've got Williams on the line. This one is all but over.
Just not enough time or possessions left, and Dexter Williams telling all the rest of his defenders to move back beyond midcourt. It's a prevent defense. And in this fourth quarter, Caleb Williams has been 5 for 5.
He's got 7 points in this fourth quarter. After falling down with an injury, going out for a few moments, he's came back in better than ever.
Missed it.
And a rare miss.
All they can do is throw a bomb up. Off the back of the iron. Valiant attempt by Brady Smith. Well, they cut it to within 3 at one point, but it was just not enough. The Bruins could not climb the ladder completely as they fall to Trinity Christian Academy 48-43. It's a split of the doubleheader. The Lady Bruins win 46-40, and both of these were very strong defensive outings. So let us take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have all of the details for you. So stay with us, everybody.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Well, it was indeed a dandy as they begin to file out of the USJ gym tonight. For the Bruins, it just wasn't enough. They had their opportunities, but they couldn't get enough stops and convert it into baskets. Did close a 10-point margin down to 3 twice, but end up on the short end of a 48-43 score. Let's run down the scoring for tonight. Caleb Williams with 18 points. And we'll tell you right now, he is our Ballpark Blitz Sports Network player of the game because he had 18 points, 7 rebounds, but particularly down the stretch. And there were a number of times they had no choice but to foul him, but 5 out of 6. And that really was the big difference late that kept the momentum on the side of Trinity Christian Academy. 12 points for Braden Waller and 8 for Will Weiser. Now looking over at the Bruins tonight. You had one guy in double figures, and that was Brady Smith. He left everything on the floor. He had 4 fouls in the game, and he had to sit out a portion of the early fourth quarter. But he ended up with 12 points to lead the Bruins. You had 3 guys that ended up with 7 each. And those were, I should say, Mills Terry, Owen Stonecipher, and Wallace Driver. And Wallace in that fourth quarter delivered 5 points. He had a couple of real big baskets underneath. And he did everything he could, but it was just, it was one of those games Alexander, as you take a look at the complexion of that one, it was just one of those games that you get behind by 10 in the second half, and you are constantly having to come from behind, climb that ladder, and it just takes so much out of you to get to within 3, and then you still can't get that momentum to go over the top.
Right, and it looks like the Bruins didn't really click until that late third quarter, fourth quarter. They weren't really playing like the team we've seen all season long, and once they started to click, it was just too late. They were down by 10, then they started playing together as a team. They cut down on those turnovers. We saw virtually none there at the end of the ball game, but like you said, it was just a little bit too late.
Well, and looking at how the shooting went tonight as far as free throws, because they were crucial down the stretch, and the Bruins were 10 out of 15 for 67%, and USJ was 7 out of 12 for 58%. But the big category in this game was points off turnovers, because USJ gave it up 16 times, Trinity 13, but Trinity converted that into 13 points. And USJ only made 2 points off of the mistakes by Trinity. And you look at this 5-point game at the end, that was a huge factor, is conversion off turnovers. And oftentimes that is a big factor in a game that is so tight like this, is that can you capitalize off the other team's mistakes? And there just weren't enough of them for the Bruins.
Absolutely, and the Bruins made way too many of those turnovers early on in the ball game. Trinity was able to capitalize off of those. They had a big lead, and it's so tough to come back from a big lead, especially like that. The Bruins just could not mount a comeback from that 10-point deficit.
They were down 36-31 going into the fourth quarter, and they gave up the first 5 points, and it was 41-31. Well, I mean, at that point, you were at about 5 minutes to go in the game, and you're trying to come back from 10 down, but still, they battled back. They didn't quit. They left everything on the floor and twice got to within 3 and had an opportunity late in the game to do it once again. The odds against being able to do that in the final 15 seconds or so, I don't want to have an equation to try to figure that one out, but it was one of those situations where, you know, it was a grunted-out game in that fourth quarter, and it was, I know for the Bruin fans, it was not what they wanted to see, but that's just the way it ended up. But they have nothing to hang their heads about tonight. They gave everything they had and put it on the floor, and that's what you wanted it to be.
Absolutely, and those last few minutes are what should shine through if you're a Bruins fan. Look at the way they played down 10. Look at the way they came together as a team. They were more organized on offense. They played much better on defense, cut down on those turnovers. Nothing to be except proud of these Bruins after that fourth quarter.
Well, that's just the way it is. And, you know, it's been a tough week for the Bruins after losing a pretty tough second half against the team from Sacred Heart over at their place on Tuesday night. But I must tell you that, you know, and this was a place, and you got to hand it to the fans for both these teams here. They were loud all the way through. And they gave everything that they possibly could in trying to, each of the student body sections trying to get their team to victory. So it was one of those that it just didn't get the Bruins' way tonight. But I think, again, all of you parents and grandparents and family members, aunts, uncles, and cousins who are watching, you have nothing but to be proud of the way they played tonight, because they gave everything that they possibly could on that. So that's the way it winds up tonight, and we will be back with you again on Tuesday night, and that is going to be right back at this place as USJ takes on in a rematch against Jackson Christian. And I know that a lot of you home, and of course we had the opportunity to do that game, Alexander, and I know it's one of those that in particular they are wanting to get some revenge off what happened. It was a 40-36 game over at JCS.
And, of course, they're always looking for that revenge, but particularly against a team that's just right across town. So many of these private schools here in Jackson, and these are huge games. Expect a big turnout to that one as well. If you're coming to the game, get here early, because you might have to walk pretty far if you don't.
You better believe it, just like tonight on this Friday night. What a great turnout this was. Well, Lady Bruins did win the opener 46-40, and then it was 48-43 in favor of Trinity in the nightcap over USJ. So, as we leave you tonight, let's show you the people who made this broadcast possible. This is a copyrighted broadcast from Worthy Road Studios and the Ballpark Blitz Sports Network. And tonight, the executive producer of Worthy Road Studios is the one and only Paul Schultze. He's the head of the trucking company. Tonight, the lead trucker is Jewel Bodkins, your director. Our cameras were from Paul Schultze himself, Zach Mahalati, and Christopher Craigie. And the game tonight was produced by Stephanie Janda and your announcers, and we're very happy to have been with you tonight, Steve Beverly and Alexander Bitterling. So until we're with you again next Tuesday night for another big barn burner between USJ and Jackson Christian, this is Steve Beverly saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.